live. Hey, everybody. Hi.
What's up? Welcome to an actually live edition of Deep Fried.
Man, I can't.
A lot of times we premiere this, and I know for a fact from reading the comments during the premieres that 90% of you don't understand the difference between live and premiering anyway.
True.
But this is actually
guys, we can't troll them. This has been pre-recorded.
All right,
This
fine, fair enough.
Pre-recorded nonsense.
Yeah, we don't even.
I mean, look, right now,
Obvious.
someone in the chat is saying pre-recorded. Bantersode for the win. Fake, not live. Yep, thank you. That actually is correct. It is fake, is not live.
That is true.
Yeah, we're actually live. We don't have any plan either. We just on here. We don't have no plan. Just fucking barrel forth.
I got a plan.
You know, people come in here with agendas, but no one comes in here with a plan. If you know what I mean.
No, I got a plan, dude. You want to see it?
Do
Like
it.
You got like a whole map.
I'm gonna do that for like 20 minutes. Then I lose steam with that. I don't know. That's all I got, though.
Then it's over. And me and
That's
Paul just kind of stare at each other.
Just stare at each other and I don't know. Come up with something. Come up with crazy characters or some shit. I don't know.
Hey guys, I'm wearing my "We Live in a Society" shirt. You guys can love on that.
Oh, no, you said it.
We
You said it. Don't say it.
in a society.
Hey there,
Don't say
TJ.
Hey.
Did you say my name?
I did not say your name, but I said we live in a society.
That's how you
that's
summon
my
him,
name.
dude.
That's
Is
like
that your
saying
name?
Candyman 3 times while looking in the mirror at night.
If you say "we live in a society" 3 times in a mirror, Jared Leto's Joker will appear.
Won't I?
a society.
Won't I?
We live in a society.
Don't do
How
it.
is it going there, chat? Or should I say, fans of
No, you know what, Joker? I feel ashamed because someone in the chat is going Batma. It's not Batma. It's not Batma. It's. I'm not even gonna try to do it because I can't do it.
Well,
Can't
they're
do it. No one
trying
can do
to impersonate the unimpersonatable.
I have to agree with you there.
Little house on the Bat Prairie with Batma.
Hey, are we gonna get the guys? I'm really hoping tonight the SpaghettiO shows up.
No.
Hey
SpaghettiO,
guys,
come on.
No.
I've got a news story for you.
You do?
It turns out that Bama and I are 2 sides of the same eternally flipping coin.
Was that in the
What?
news? Is that CNN coverage?
Breaking news.
That's a better laugh than Jared's. Oh, well, yeah.
Who?
This is the true Joker, you know?
No, this
So-
is the Joker. There's no people talk about this Jared Leto guy.
don't even know who that
whatever.
is.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
This is just the Joker.
Oh,
Definitively.
okay.
Hold-
I know what they're talking about. They're talking about the cult dude. That's
Hold
not
on.
the same guy.
Hold
It's
on
a different guy.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, sorry, Joker. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. Hey, Christopher Lee, you said Godzilla won. I've got somebody that'd like to talk to you.
Why don't you say that to face, bitch?
Oh, fuck, it's Kong.
Why don't you say that to face, bitch? I'm down here, center of Earth. For some reason, your booty chatter no reach me down here. Come say to Kong face.
I don't hear nothing.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt. He's just very insistent.
I didn't know that. I didn't know
Isn't
Joker
he?
and Kong hung out together.
Isn't he?
Who the fuck do you think the Joker hangs out with, TJ? He's hanging with like lame normal people. He's gonna have fucking pals like the Joker here.
That's true.
He's not gonna hang out with Godzilla. I mean, they don't like each other. They don't really talk. You know, that doesn't really work. You gotta have some different friends.
There's only room for one lizard in my acquaintance. Me.
I love how the fucking in that movie, that little kid teaches King Kong fucking sign language, and no one, even though Kong is under like constant, non-stop observation, he's literally puts it together.
He's literally living in the Truman Show for Kong.
I know,
and he knows it too. And he knows it. It's ridiculous.
Who said that? Who said that?
I'm sorry. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Who said that? Better. Come now.
No, that's so dumb. Oh man, the two big movies that I both thought were gonna fucking maybe knock my socks off. Both of them been just like, all right. Because I was super hyped for like, ooh, Kong vs. Godzilla. I was like, all right.
I think there's
a new realm. Fucking Mortal Kombat. When is something gonna knock my fucking socks off, huh?
I mean, Mortal Kombat. I don't even know if I'd say. I mean, look, dude. There's like either it's not or there's a new level of expectation.
I gotta tell you a couple things right here, right now. This is a hot take coming in. TJ hot take coming in. Mortal Kombat 1995, actually better fucking movie than that new one.
Shit, dude.
I mean, I'll tell you what. Because listen, all I'm saying is, look, the whole time we had Mortal Kombat 1995, we was looking back like, man, if only they'd done some fucking blood in that movie. Only they fucking had some blood and guts and shit. And now we got it, but it's like, look what we lost in the process. Look at Raiden from that fucking movie. Now, he was cheesy as fuck, but he had a personality, he had a character, you know? And there was like some genuine feeling of like, he likes these people. He's like their guide. He's their mentor that's like there to be like a father figure to the group. Here, this new one, Raiden is just some fucking douchebag. Shows up every now and then, fucking has nothing really interesting to say. Just like, I'm Raiden. You're not worthy.
Apparently doesn't realize that his power to teleport anybody anywhere at any moment is useful.
He's a dumb shit. He barely guides them. Sometimes he protects them. Other times he doesn't and says he can't. And there's no rhyme or reason as to why.
No, there is.
The gods cannot intervene in mortal
Except for when they do.
Right.
Except for when I do.
I'm saying when the president does it, it's not illegal.
Goro, okay. So Goro looked like shit in the fucking original. No, listen. Hear me out.
No.
But you know what? At least Goro in that one had a fucking personality. Remember the scene where he's fucking intimidating Kano?
This fucking show needs a trigger warning, TJ, for
Goro
fans.
Goro actually has a fucking decent line in the original Mortal Kombat. When fucking Kano is trying to fucking act tough and eat his little chicken thing, he's like, you know, I'm kind of a big deal in the underground at home myself, you know, back home or whatever. And Goro's like, how lucky for them back home, and knocks his wine into his lap and just like, I dared him to do shit. It's like, he had a personality. This Goro, he shows up, you see his shadow and you're like, oh, I'm Goro. And the next thing you know, he's like, Rah! And then spoiler alert, he gets a fucking baton through the face and he's fucking dead.
He gets eviscerated and cut to ribbons unceremoniously and really quickly.
And you know what? Shang Tsung in that original movie was a cool fucking Shang Tsung.
I don't know about this.
Generic.
Oh, come on, Paul. Your soul.
I appreciate the over-the-top hamminess of that Shang, but I gotta say, dude, the Shang in this movie...
The new Shang sucks, bro. He sucks balls.
I agree.
He's vanilla,
I'm not saying he doesn't.
Shang,
I'm just saying he sucks a little bit less ball. Like, he's a little closer to the Shang Tsung I imagined than the cartoonish... I'm sorry, you can give it thumbs down all you want. Go look at any video game and tell me that fucking Shang Tsung is presented like... Your soul is mine. Like, even
wait a minute. That fucking voice actor.
Hold on.
That voice actor fucking went on to continue to play in those games.
I understand.
That's how iconic that shit was.
He went on to appear in the latest Mortal Kombat game as an iteration that looks and says some of the iconic lines from Mortal Kombat 95, but is actually, if you watch the lore and cutscenes and shit, way cooler and better acted than that was. It's not hammy and jokey anymore. So that's my point.
I'm not. Am I saying Mortal Kombat 1995 is a good movie? I ain't saying that. All I'm saying is,
I didn't say you said that.
I'm just saying it's a better. I mean, look, it's more fun. It's more fun because you know what? I'd rather him be
the new Shang.
All right, I didn't like it.
All right, dude.
Because what was to him? He was just like, I am.
See, here's the thing, though. What was to anybody? Like, there's nothing to latch onto with hardly any character in this film, right?
I know. So
like,
Kano was better in this one.
Let me tell you what I did like about the new Shang versus the old Shang.
Okay, cool.
The aesthetics.
He looked a little cooler.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I liked the way that when he was not in the outworld, his eyes were dead ass black. That's a cheap effect, but I thought he looked more like the necromancer Shang Tsung.
Everybody looked better. I will not fucking deny the costuming and shit is better in this movie. I mean, it looks better. The fights are a little better. I mean, it's got some pretty good martial arts in it. Some of it's except for when it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like some of the fight scenes are really well choreographed and cool, and then other times you're like, is this the same fucking choreography?
Dude, I was so fucking baked watching this movie that I basically at the end of the fighting, they're like, we have won. I was so high that literally I was like, I missed the entire part about the tournament. And then someone then someone goes and has to tell me like, no, there was no tournament in the movie. And then I was supremely fucking confused. Of all the shit I could actually muster to say after I watched it with Stevie and Taylor was, Goro Done Dirty.
It kind of sounds to me like you need to rewatch that less high. It doesn't seem like you followed much of what happened.
I don't think I did, but that might have been a blessing in disguise.
You didn't miss anything.
Yeah, whatever. You saw what was needed to be seen.
No, they didn't show Melina's titties.
No, it's Peach. Is it? No, it's
Melina's
Melina's
character design was not good. Paul brought that up in a grease trap, and it's totally true. But
you know what sucks though?
I do want to mention
this one was rated R.
Yeah,
it had really more potential as far as like people like it wasn't hardcore enough. Like they could have been as hardcore as they really wanted to be. Feasibly for me.
Oscars ratings are now like below 10 million, I guess, for the first time ever.
Yeah, because they're irrelevant.
So I mean, like, can we just stop this? Like, all right, so like, hey, like, no more. Can we just like, can we all just agree award shows are done and
just do a little private awards ceremony and have a big fucking circle stroke gala afterwards and just stop doing this? And nobody's watching.
Yeah,
like, I remember seeing the saddest tweet last night.
Yeah.
It was literally just one line with no punctuation or anything. And it was like, oh, I guess the Oscars were tonight.
Right.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that never would have, like, this used to be a cultural phenomenon. This used to be like, not quite Super Bowl level, but like competitive with that kind of level of fucking TV viewership. And now no one's even watching.
Yeah, it's dead. And by the way, I agree wholeheartedly, Taylor. The director tried to pimp this Mortal Kombat movie like it was close to NC-17, and it was nowhere fucking close to NC-17.
Yeah, 100% agree with that. Dude, what that guy was trying to say was like NC-17 material, dude.
Dude, I saw that guy
was hyping it up, saying he was hyping it up. I can't remember exactly how he put it, but like the context was like, oh yeah, we really had to fight with the ratings board on this one to get an R. They wanted to kind of maybe think about giving us possibly maybe never happened in NC-17. You know what I mean? And like everybody went like, oh shit, oh man, this might be legit, y'all. And like,
I can only think of a
couple movies, but it was just an
there's way gory.
It's really rare for a studio to even release something that's NC-17. So yeah, there's no fucking way that. Who put it out? Was it Legendary or?
Actually, to be honest with you, was it even really a hard R?
No, honestly, it was pretty. I mean, dude,
a couple F-bombs in the movie, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, there was some
salty there was language, some bursts of sexuality. There was some quick gore.
Yeah, like the gore in it was like, I mean, if you've seen like a movie like Saw or something, you're not gonna
see. I actually, this is something that maybe I'll throw this out there and you guys will fucking disagree with me. This is something I liked about the movie. The gore was done semi-cartoonishly, like it is in the video game franchise.
Oh, I like the fatalities and stuff.
Dude, I thought if anything, they should have gone more over the top with it, like the games do.
I agree, but I was happy with that versus Mortal Kombat 95's sanitized, dumbed down kung fu movie aesthetic. Like I liked the move towards something a little more.
There was
violent.
Great fan service moments. That's why it's probably like a 5 or a 6 for most people. I would say. I mean, like if you really love the Mortal Kombat franchise and you love some of the scenes where it's like, oh, they put into a movie. If that gets your fucking goat, you'll probably like some of it.
Yeah.
Dude, the Kung Lao fucking hat spinning fatality was the best one in the movie, in my opinion.
Dude, I got hyped as soon as he threw it down on the ground and it was all spinning in place. I was like, yeah,
you knew.
It's just a shame it had to be performed on a character that hardly anybody remembers from one Mortal Kombat game when there's such a rich roster of characters that could have replaced that. We get Natara. Like, who remembers
that was
Natara?
I feel like they were just trying to get some of those. They're obviously looking at fucking like franchise.
Oh, this is a sequel. This
is
at least like meant to be a trilogy. You can tell.
Yeah, so I think they were trying to maybe like save some of the bigger characters for like later installments or whatever. So they wanted some ones that people would recognize, but they could kill without really like denying fans like plot shit. But I mean, if that's the case though, why kill fucking like Goro and some other people that probably? I mean, I already spoiled the Goro thing, so whatever. But you know, like why kill those fucking characters in this movie, especially without even like? Shouldn't there have at least been a scene where Goro rips some people apart? You know, like where he like fights like some dudes,
like
so we can kind of see like at least get to see Goro do like his glorious shit.
There is a scene in this movie where multiple good guys die. There's an attack, like a sneak attack from the Outworld Shang Tsung forces on the fucking Earthrealm fighters, and a couple of them die, including Kung Lao. And look, why couldn't Goro have been one of the people that grabbed one of those fucking people and like squoze them until their head popped or pulled their arms out of their sockets? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Like Goro Sub-Zero, by the way, was really cool. Do a kill in this movie, does he?
No, not a single one. He shows. We see his silhouette, and then the first time we see him, he fights and he dies. So the only thing we get to see Goro do in this movie is lose.
Dude, there's a Goro fatality. I think it's Mortal Kombat X, where he jumps on you, he jumps on your back, and he just uses all four of his arms and he just basically quarters you.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been an awesome one to do in the movie.
I totally fucking agree. And so like Goro got done ultimate dirty, but there was this little MacGuffin thing where at the end, you know, fucking Shang Tsung says death is but a door to a new beginning or whatever. And like all the people that were killed in this movie disappear into the ground in a puff of necromantic smoke. You know what I mean? So like they're definitely going to bring Goro back. He's going to be resurrected or, you know, whatever the fuck.
The dudes who played Sub-Zero and Scorpion were both good. I'll give it that.
They were the best two characters in the movie for sure.
And Kano was great as well.
Kano's shtick started off really great for me, and it wore really thin by about midway through the movie.
I feel like about midway through the movie he got killed though. So I don't know.
Well,
he was killed more towards
then
the
about
end.
Midway through his time in the movie, it started to really kind of wear thin on me.
I was okay with it because I mean he was a great asshole. You knew he was going to get it at some point.
Sure.
I don't know.
They kind of give him like Cyclops.
Sorry,
powers,
I'm spoiling the shit out of this. If you fucking haven't realized we're spoiling this by now, though, you just need to like.
I mean, yeah, you're a dumb shit if you're still listening here.
I mean, it's Mortal Kombat.
Another one.
It's like someone saying you're going to spoil Dune for them. Like,
of course, I guess there could be someone that just popped in, like, let's see what's going on in this, and they come on here, it's like Kano dies.
And that's how Goro died.
That's how Kano died. Like, God damn it, no.
Whoops.
Whatever. You should have watched it by now anyway. It's fucking
retroactive spoiler alert.
Yeah, sorry for
that's really
spoilers
useful.
a few minutes back. Sorry about that.
On the list of useless things, a retroactive spoiler alert. Oh yeah, by the way, I spoiled that all for you.
I mean, I got to be honest with you. Like, if I was watching a podcast like this and the topic was, "Hey, I caught the screener of Dune," and that's when I would tune out. I don't care how much I like the personalities. You know what I mean?
Right. You'd be like,
because I care about that. I don't want to be spoiled on that shit. You know what I mean? But anyway,
they shouldn't have read that book then. That's gonna spoil a bunch of stuff.
Wait, it's based on the book?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah. So
thanks a lot, Frank Herbert, you douchebag. You spoiled my favorite movie.
So have some.
Dude, I have a thing that we could fucking dive into. Just a conversation.
I got a few things, but whatever.
I mean, no, I mean, we can do that, or we can, you know, talk about. I mean, I'm just saying I brought a little something that we can discuss to the table here today.
Throw the meat on the table.
You want to throw the meat on the table, TJ?
Let's eat it.
Let's carve the roast.
Let's carve it up.
When I do that, when I throw the meat on the table, what do you picture it is? Like,
I see a big ass fucking like Fred Flintstone size slab of motherfucking dinosaur brontosaurus ribs like that he had on his car. I see you coming in from the cold in a fucking log cabin in Russia, probably because you're wearing that Soviet emblem on your hat, and you got that on your back, and you just go boom, and the whole table kind of shakes for a second, and I'm like, all right, there's some meat. Let's rip that apart.
Respectable. I'll allow it.
That's what I see.
Okay. So you may want to, like, if you want, TJ, go to my Twitter real quick. I did a really long thread. It's my pinned thread. Okay. I think it's more concise than I would be trying to just like say it. So maybe you can like pull it up and read it, and we can you can like ask me questions about it after. You can ask me questions as we go, and I'll see what you think about it.
A no confidence primer thread.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it. No
Dude, I am stoked as fuck about this.
Paul's just itching for this.
Dude, I am stoked as fuck about this. I'm not even kidding. I'm actually excited about this.
You are excited. Okay.
This was
a
high
no
idea.
confidence primer thread.
All right.
The DNC will not be reformed. They are incapable of addressing the economic, ecological, and migration crises that only grow worse cycle upon cycle. 1 of 10.
Yes.
Even worse than having no ability to be reformed, the DNC and its candidates have no intention of addressing the devastation happening here and around the world. As a point of fact, their job is to legitimize such things, not address them.
Okay.
Okay.
You take any
Real
issues with me so far? Because I mean, these are kind of broken up into separate thoughts about the same idea.
So you want me to interrupt and like be like, okay, what about
Well, it's up to you.
That?
If you'd rather just get through it and then kind of go back through it and raise any questions you have, we can do it that way.
All right. So I guess if I was going to ask a fucking a question about this, it'd be, I don't know, maybe this is delved into. You say you have legitimized in like capital letters, like
yes,
their job is to legitimize such things, like
yes,
and the such things their job is legitimize is addressing devastation here and around the world.
Well, their job is to legitimize devastation,
right?
Not address it,
right?
Right.
So,
do you have questions about what that means? I guess
I mean, like, what does it mean to legitimize it in your view?
When the
like,
corporate tax rate falls in one cycle from 35% to 25%, and that's the new liberal position, do you think that poor people benefit or suffer from that?
Poor people?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
indigent people. Do you think they're helped by an already functionally zero tax rate being legitimized and lowered by a liberal candidate?
I mean, it wasn't lowered by a liberal candidate.
Yes, it was. The last time that the Democrats were in power, the Democratic Party's position was that the corporate tax rate was 35%. Joe Biden has lowered that expectation to 25%. So now the Liberal Party's grand position is 25% corporate tax rate. So he did lower it.
Well, Trump lowered it from 35% to 21%.
How is that relevant to what we're talking about?
Because Biden's response is,
we have the Congress, and we have the presidency.
Biden says, let's raise it to 28%, but the Democratic Congress says, no, we want to do 25%.
Okay.
Right.
So functionally, Biden worked with the Democratic-controlled Congress to lower the expectations of the Democratic Party from 35% to 25%, and it's not the first time it's happened.
But it's an actual raise from the current rate, though.
For now, until the football gets kicked back across the field, and then it gets lowered again, and then guess what the next rate it will be? It won't be 25%.
My argument is just don't kick the football back across the field.
Okay,
then you can raise it more.
When has that happened in the history of fucking history, except for fucking FDR?
That's the only thing I could. That's the only example I could think of.
That's because it's the only example.
All right, well, let's keep going.
Okay.
Real, tangible leftist political momentum is funneled into the meat grinder of cyclical, lesser than two evils voting for the imperialist, crony, capitalist war profiteers that oppress the very same vulnerable people that the DNC pays lip service to. 3 out of 10. Under DNC rule, POC suffer, LGBTQIA plus people suffer, migrants and the poor suffer, not just here in the United States, but all over the world as we exploit misery and exploitation of the global South in the name of our endlessly hungry economy. Okay. So what do I do? This is
going to come as a shock to you, TJ.
Lay this part out. You participate. I will start the process today of registering to vote, and I will vote in every election that I can from here on out. I will not support a DNC candidate. I will write in #no confidence for every politician I can. I invite you to join me. What else do? We participate in every way that is traditional. If you live in a state that allows you to photograph your ballot, do so. Proudly sport your I voted sticker on your socials. Let people know you voted. #no confidence and why. All right. I'm changing my name to #no confidence. All of your votes for no confidence will in fact be votes for me.
That's stupid. Only 9 states in the union allow write-ins anyway.
Hey, I'm going to win those 9 states.
No, you won't.
Catches on. If this catches on, I got them states on lock.
I've often been known as no confidence.
If you are polled in the run-up for an election, proclaim your intention to cast a vote of no confidence and explain why. A lot of states don't allow you to like write stuff in, though, right? Like some states have.
I address it. I address it.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Vote on initiatives, be informed, and vote on local issues. Otherwise, take a stand. No more money for DNC candidates. No more support. Take your donation and give it to a local nonprofit or regional mutual aid org. Announce your intention to do so. If you live in one of the majority of U.S. states that does not allow write-ins, do it anyway. Write no confidence in large, bold letters on your ballot. Vote for your local initiatives and non-DNC affiliated candidates as normal. #no confidence. Do your civic duty. Be loud and unapologetic about it. Let me know what you think below.
So there you go, TJ. What do you think about that? You wanted me to vote. You win.
So you wait.
Oh shit. Okay,
so wait a minute.
well.
So you're saying you're going to vote on initiatives and shit, but you're just not going to vote for DNC candidates?
I'm going to cast a vote of no confidence in any and all political candidates that come across my ability to do it, and I'm going to encourage everybody around me to participate at the same level. And yes,
what do you hope?
In doing so, I will look at my state level and local initiatives, and I will vote on the ones that I care about or think that are good. And I will inform myself about local politicians. And if I think somebody's the real deal and not a DNC fucking mini shill, I might vote for them. But because I know the area that I live in, I know that I'll be given butt hash to vote for. So I'll be writing no confidence on those votes too.
So wait, let me ask you this though.
Yeah.
Just hypothetical situation.
Mm-hmm.
There is a candidate that espouses a lot of beliefs that you like. Okay.
Like Bernie?
Yeah, someone like that.
Is he working with the DNC?
Yes.
No confidence.
See, why though?
See, I don't know. Do I have to remind you of Bernie's last 2 candidacies and how that all of that leftist money and influence and fucking passion was funneled into Joe Biden's asshole and Hillary Clinton's asshole and Trump?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I have to remind you of that or no? Why?
No, I remember.
So that's why. Do you remember how AOC was, I'm going to fight for you, I'm going to fight for you, and now she's an agent of the status quo who is pleasantly surprised with the Biden administration and thinks that it has, quote, exceeded expectations, unquote. And
exceeded the expectations of the left. That's a really weird thing to quote mine of hers.
Quote mine?
Yeah,
I
mean, that's a really...
No, she didn't say of the left. She said of progressives, meaning the people that she caucuses with.
Right.
What were their expectations of the first place if Biden has exceeded them?
I mean, isn't that the point? Is the expectations of Biden were pretty low?
Then why did they fucking caucus? Then why did they fucking throw their support behind him then?
Because the expectations of the other guy were even lower.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where's that getting us? Hold on, can I stick my head out the window and see if the world's still burning, or do you want to?
More and more, I'm understanding why there was a Roman Republic.
But no one promised the world would stop burning.
Than a Roman Empire, TJ.
Yeah, isn't that kind of part of the problem? Didn't you just like make a joke and a smug statement that actually illustrates the problem? Nobody said that the world would stop burning. Isn't that kind of sad and part of the problem? And part of the reason why a lot of people might follow me in doing this?
Yeah, but I mean, if you're going to try to, I mean, I don't know. I just don't really see what the no confidence thing is going to do, because like both of it doesn't fundamentally break the wheel of those two parties.
No, it doesn't. I never claimed. Did I claim that it did?
Oh, no, you didn't. Yeah, that's true. You didn't say that. So
now, if enough leftists join me in this, then it could ensure that the DNC is no longer a viable thing to vote for. You know, in a fantasy world, or the eventuality that something like this catches on amongst leftists.
Yeah,
this idea that cyclically voting for rapists.
But then I just feel like the problem I have is just the fear that like the Republicans are just going to run with the ball and just like deregulate, gut regulations, gut taxes.
I bet that'll make people prone to fucking really want some change, huh?
Yeah, but wouldn't that don't you think that would just drive people back to even
and like really start looking to something else?
The worse the shit got, wouldn't the Democrats just be like, we ain't looking so bad now, are we? No confidence? Maybe you had a little confidence now. Come on back. Now
and then,
the fucking
and then
fire's burning even quicker.
Fall for that, what do?
Bring it back to Obama.
Bring it back? No. Not even Biden brought it back to Obama, bro.
Well, Trump's tax cuts were so fucking massive. There's just almost like no way to even drive them back. There's no way to get them back up there in one.
Yeah, definitely the corporations who pay an effective zero rate can't cover it.
Who's funding the fucking Democratic Party? It's a bunch of corporations, so of course they're not going to fucking jack the fucking.
That's why votes of no confidence for all DNC aligned politicians from here on out, no matter what they fucking promise me, no matter what sweet nothings they whisper in my ear. That's why you just illustrated the point again.
But wait. No, because how do you know a third party fucking can't? I mean, if a third party candidate comes along, someone's not responsible.
Are you really honestly going to make the third party fucking argument? Well, you know that's a fucking bunko.
But wait, because you have your standard is you'll never vote for the DNC.
Mm-hmm.
And I said even if there's a candidate you love, you're like, are they with the DNC? And then you're like, no. But now you're saying if there's a third party candidate that comes along, it's third party. Everyone knows that's bullshit.
I mean, so I
this
think
really just seems like
I
think it's the best. Here's what I think about it. I think it's the best Republican strategy that's ever existed. I think this is a great strategy for the Republican Party.
Nice take, bro. Hey, way to take something that you've pooped on me before and delegitimize it because I choose not to fucking vote for the people you want me to.
The stated objective of this fucking plan is to kill the Democratic Party.
No,
thus leaving the Republican Party.
No, that's not. You can go back and read the plan and see if the words "kill the Democratic Party" are in there anywhere.
No, it was in your explanation.
Well,
you said that maybe the Democratic Party will die on the vine.
World. We talked about what might happen in a perfect world if people actually fucking take this banner up and go with it. I didn't say that was my stated objective, did I? My stated objective. My stated objective is, I'll give you two. One of them is self-serving, and one of them has an actual fucking purpose that I think is important. I'll go. Which one do you want to hear first?
Either one. I don't care.
Self-serving.
Okay.
It allows me to get around the baseline stupidest criticisms of my fucking position. You don't participate. You don't do shit. Nope. I vote. Here's my I voted sticker, bitch. Voted no confidence, though.
I do like that aspect of it.
You're not voting like I think you should. So your participation. See? Already starts.
I do like, I'll give you this. I do like that aspect of it because it shows that you're actually taking a political stand instead of just stepping out or being lazy or whatever the accusations are. Which I've always known. I know you have a genuine, fucking passionate, real, authentic devotion to the ideals that you espouse. So,
and this has been my position.
It does bother me when I see people just kind of be dismissive, like Paul's just lazy or Paul doesn't want to do that or whatever the fuck. So I like that aspect. I'll give you props on that.
So that's the self-serving one.
So I approve of the self-serving one.
Okay.
What's the next one?
To give a voice to the 40 to 45% of people who stay home every election day and give them something that they can do that maybe gets them in the door and voting on some local initiatives possibly, but at least having their voice, if not heard, registered amongst the, fucking talk in the left.
I would like to see those people actually take a civic interest in those positions. So I got to say, I support it on that level as well.
So one, I do still have
concerns.
You just said it's the best fucking Republican plan you've ever heard.
Yeah, because I feel like it has the unintended consequence of what? More and more handing elections to Republicans.
The already uninvolved by empowering them and giving them a way to participate and use their voice in the way that you badger people into doing. Well, not you, but people on the left sometimes badger people into fucking going and doing.
Yeah. But I mean, I just feel like if people who would normally kind of do a suck it up vote for the DNC don't show up and start doing this no confidence thing instead, then that hands elections to the Republicans.
Does it really? By doing what? Empowering the 45% of people with no confidence votes on them to fucking not like actually. Like, how does it change anything?
Because
you're not gonna do it,
right? If it was only from the pool of that group of people.
Oh, but so you think there's some actual fucking like DNC people that might listen to my logic and agree with me, and you're worried about that?
Yes, correct.
Because you think my outcome is negative?
Yes.
How's my outcome negative?
If that follows.
How is slaying the DNC, which turns Bernie dollars into Biden dollars?
Because I'd rather they be Biden dollars than Trump dollars. Okay.
If you were a Haitian immigrant, would you rather they be Biden dollars or Trump dollars?
I'm not a Haitian immigrant.
Do you think that you might want to consider their perspective in your political philosophy, or
I do, sure.
You do,
but at the same time, at the same time, the highest fucking.
How about a Syrian?
Good.
I know you're not a Syrian, but do you consider the perspective of a Syrian who just had bombs dropped on their country by America and might face further strikes?
Yeah, I mean, I'm considering all those people.
How about a underage factory worker in the global South that's currently mining coltan to make phones in the United States?
But both of the parties, if both of the parties are complicit in that, and they have a stranglehold in the political process,
then you have no choice to be complicit in it too, right?
Yeah.
I don't. I
don't have a choice to be complicit in it because even if I don't vote, I still have to pay taxes.
Right, but I'm talking about with your civic activism. I'm not talking about the fact that everybody has to buy things, and we live in a society. Therefore, your critiques of society are fucking defeated. Right? That's not what I'm going for here, and I hope that's not what you're going for here.
Well, I'm just saying, like, so let me phrase it another way. I, as much as you, would love to see this two-party system broken and
then why don't you ever advocate for doing it? Why won't you join me in advocating for doing it?
I don't see a viable strategy to do it.
I just gave you one.
I don't think it's viable.
Starve the fucking DNC to the point that people don't take it seriously anymore, and people want another viable option, and then fucking.
I fear that in that interim where you're waiting. Right. So here's the problem: you fucking take the DNC down. The RNC is still going strong, right?
Sure.
So they fucking do what they do best, which is jerry rig, dismantle democracy, entrench their power as far so by the time another party rises up, like, we must oppose this, it's like they're so powerful and they've rigged the system so fucking much. It's like, how do we even topple that behemoth at this point?
Can you name one district that you expect will be ungerrymandered under the Biden administration?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that they think,
then what are you
most of that
about?
Because if you just give
how are
them,
you helping by voting with Biden, who just locks in place?
They're going to fucking do everything in their power to make sure that another party cannot rise up to challenge their dominance. Is all I'm saying.
They're already doing that.
Right, I know, but right now there's another group
with the leftists
back against their tendency.
Complicit with the liberals who lock in the changes.
Well, the liberals are not fucking complying with them on gerrymandering. That's them. That's their war against each other at that point.
Oh, really? They're not?
The DNC is not like, we need more Republicans. You know what I mean?
They're not complicit in gerrymandering?
I mean, all of these parties would love to be part of a one-party state where it's just like, we are the Democrats and we control everything. You know what I mean?
No, they wouldn't. No. I disagree. Hard disagree.
We've already seen the tendency of authoritarianism.
Hey, TJ, let me ask you a question. Right? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If you're the
Unless
only...
if they're outright 100% controlled opposition to the point where they literally do... And I just don't believe that. I don't think that's how it goes. I think
Can I ask you a question, TJ?
A lot of matters, but I do not believe those two entities are like literally just one thing, like masquerading as two things.
Okay. You don't believe that. Okay, so let me ask you a question, TJ. Trying to think of how to put this.
I would view them. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I was just trying to fill space.
It's okay. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I would liken it to two dogs that have the same master,
Right.
that are both trying to please it. And when you look at the dogs, like these dogs behave in very similar ways. It's like, okay, yeah, because they're serving the same master.
Okay.
And that master is not the people. That master is business.
If there's only one game in town,
Mm-hmm.
who do the Republicans pass the buck to?
No, they will have to take responsibility.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's think about it real quick first before you come with a hot take. If there's only one game in town, when people start coming to the government and going like, why aren't you doing anything like they constantly do? Who do the Republicans blame if it's only nothing but Republicans in charge?
You're in 1984, then it's Oceania. It doesn't matter who the fuck it is.
Right. It's the Russians. It's China. It's Snowball. It's whoever.
It's somebody else.
You think people are going to buy that excuse as the world burns around them?
Yeah, I do.
Probably,
well, then you have then there's your participation is cynical at best in the fucking.
Oh my God! Yeah. Yes.
Then why do you advocate so strongly for it and take such fucking like hardline positions for it and join people in signal boosting it?
Because it's like if you fucking about to get slayed by the dragon, you might as well at least put up a fucking fight.
You might as well put the dragon with the LBGTQ flag flying off of its tail in front of you.
The objective is to slay the dragon.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
By putting it in power and making excuses when it's in power?
Sometimes the enemy of your enemy is your friend,
right? Smog. Look out, fucking Bilbo Baggins is gonna fucking slay you by making you the king of the world over and over again.
Imagine there's fucking
what a tactic!
Dragons,
Hold the fucking phone. Wait a minute.
Right.
Pause.
What?
Hold the fucking phone. What a tactic! Are you serious?
What?
You think that the end goal of your philosophy politically that you espouse publicly and in private to me multiple times is quote unquote slaying the dragon?
Yes. You have to slay the dragons. There's multiple dragons.
It feels like a video game, dude.
Yeah, like
so let's go on a quest here. I don't know.
I mean, if there's a fucking town and there's two dragons that are fucking like fighting for like dominance of the town or whatever the fuck, you know? You got to figure out a way to slay the fucking dragons. But if you fucking slay one and give the other one total fucking dominance of the kingdom, especially if it's like
wouldn't
probably
there be
the
one
worst
less dragon in that case, and then better off? The kingdom's a little better off, right?
No,
not one less dragon, right?
If the dragons spend a lot of time fighting amongst themselves, then maybe not. Maybe it's better to have them fight sometimes.
But they don't fight amongst themselves. They just enable.
Oh, they do.
They do. Oh, they really do.
Yeah.
On immigration, they fight amongst themselves. On the building of the border wall, they fight amongst themselves. On the building of the Dakota Access Pipeline, they fight amongst themselves. On the payments of $250 billion and counting to Raytheon, they fight amongst themselves.
Like I said,
on constant American imperialism, they fight amongst themselves. Hold on, let me finish. On constant American degradation of the global South, they fight amongst themselves. So what do they fight amongst themselves on, TJ? I'm waiting to hear it.
Gay rights,
stupid
trans
fucking
rights,
right
legislation. I mean, go look
at social issues.
Wait. Go look at how a Democratic city is run versus how a Republican town is run, and they're very fucking different visions for the fucking future of this country. All right.
What are the end? What are the end results? Yeah, like L.A. You mean? What are the end results of the bottom end of the barrel in L.A. from a Republican town?
There's a giant homelessness,
crisis. Destitution, living underneath a fucking overpass. There ain't no difference, right? But there's a difference, right?
I mean, I'm not saying neither of these parties is fucking good. So, like, I don't understand.
Then why are you advocating so hard for one of them over the other?
Because one is less bad than not good. The argument is not good versus evil. The whole argument we're arguing about is lesser of two evils. No. They're both evil. I get that they're both evil, Paul. Stop fucking trying to argue with me like I think the Democrats are good, because I don't. My position is
they suck. I'm not arguing with you like that. Your position's just always funneled towards them.
What about this thing? What about this thing? What about this thing? It's like, yeah, I know. I fucking know.
Then why don't you act like you know? Why don't you conduct yourself like you know politically
like I know.
and philosophically?
I think I've explained my position on that plenty of times. I think we've gone over this.
And you think it holds water?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah. Why would I hold a position if I didn't think it held water?
But you do support both of the reasons behind my new initiative.
Yes.
Even though you fear that it could destroy the very thing that you're trying to build.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, because your motives seem good. And I think it's better if people show up to vote at least on policy shit. That's better than them not showing up at all.
Who can tell you don't have the right to advocate for what you want?
Right. I mean,
I don't think anyone has the right.
You don't get to look over my shoulder in the voting booth, right?
No.
No.
Which, I mean, yeah. I mean,
Right?
like in the voting booth, everyone
You
fucking
just
does
want me in it, right? You just want me and the 40% of other non-voters that stay home because there's no meaning to it anymore because it's a game of endless ping pong and the fires rage.
Yeah.
You want us in the voting booth, right?
Sure.
How much gatekeeping do you think I'm going to get from people that are ideologically similar to you? That I'm not voting right now. That my right that now it's not that I don't vote. Now that it's that I'm too lazy to bubble in a candidate or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you get resistance, sure. Just like people get resistance.
Do you think I'll get a little bit, or do you think I'll get a lot?
You mean like the resistance I get for voting fucking Democrat, or the resistance Republican?
Sing me the song of your people. Boo-hoo. You
Who doesn't get
motherfuckers
resistance?
are backpatting, ass-patting each other right now, you Biden voting fucks.
Each other. There's other fucking tribal groups out there that have very different impressions. So you know what? Yes,
and you're one of those people that's ruled by a tribalism.
Come on, of course. But like, let's fucking like from some people, you're gonna get the booty pat, and you're gonna get the good boy. And from other people, you're going to get the, I don't know.
9 months a good boy, by the way.
You're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot.
9 months a good boy while M4A, cancellation of student debt, actual substantive immigration change all just hit the fucking floor with a big wet splat.
And no confidence.
And everybody's still enjoying the fucking pigs in the blankets and their fucking mimosas at brunch. 9 months in. No bullying Biden. Oh, that was just a meme now. Bullying Biden was just a meme. We knew he was never going to move left. That's why we gave him our votes 8 months before when we could have gotten concessions from the motherfucker, because we're actually serving the greater good, because we're slaying the dragon by feeding it our fucking passion over and over and over again. We're going to take that motherfucker down, yo.
Wait, no. I never said that was slaying the dragon. Slaying the dragon is something else. You don't have a plan to fucking do that.
What else have you done?
I don't know. I don't know.
You did have a plan to do it, right? In the 9 months,
someone comes up with a 90 days, someone comes me with a fucking plan or something, then yeah, it's like, okay,
what's your plan?
We're in the village. Someone comes up, they unroll a map. Guys, I have a plan to kill both dragons. Okay, let's hear the fucking plan. If that motherfucker lays out a plan, it's like, this is how you do it. Blah, 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 blah. This one's weak. This one's looking there. You do this, blah, blah. People rise up. This happens, blah, blah. Boom. They're both dead. I'm 100% on board with that plan. Bring me that fucking plan. And I'll be like, yes, I approve that plan. But until then, I support the plan until we have that fucking plan. My plan is keep the dragons fighting amongst each other as much as fucking possible.
They don't.
Don't let the fucking red dragon take over, because it's fucking worse for us here. Maybe it's not any fucking better for people in the fucking third world.
How compassionate.
But it's better for us here.
How compassionate and worldly at the time when you know that the ecology is dying and the world is fucking dying.
What is the plan? If you got a plan to slay the dragons, you can talk. You don't.
I do. You just talk it over me.
No, you don't fucking have it. You've had plenty of fucking opportunity to fucking talk here, all right?
So here it is.
So go ahead. I'm done. Go ahead.
Hear it?
Bring it up.
You just said I don't have a plan. You don't want to hear it?
Slay the dragons for me. Yeah. Unroll the map. Show me the fucking plan to kill the dragons.
My brethren, gather round. There are 2 dragons that plague the land, and I have a plan to destroy them both. Will you hear me, gentlemen and gentlewomen of the village?
Verily, tell us your plan, good sir.
I haveth here a map. Seeth here the 2 dragons, one slightly more vicious than the other, but both joined in purpose. Oppression, domination, destruction. We must slay them, but certainly slaying them both at once seems a folly. They are too strong if they are fighting for the same purpose, and we have seen much evidence throughout the aeons that they indeed do fight with joined purpose. This is not even in contention amongst the men of the village, yes?
That's correct.
So, I propose that we slay one dragon first, then the other.
Okay.
We split ourselves.
Wait. All right. So, question about the plan at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So, we slay one dragon or not the other. Okay, so we have two dragons.
Yes.
My whole position is the blue dragon is slightly less evil than the red dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, if we're going to slay one of these two dragons, why don't we slay the red one?
What is your plan then, sir, to slay the red dragon?
I have no plan to slay the red
propose
one.
that we starve the blue one
Okay,
till
so
it is
we
weak
starve-
and then replace it with something strong.
All right, we starve the blue one.
Yes.
How do we replace it with something strong? How do you fucking go
Once
from
the blue one is
dragon
starved
dead-
and ineffectual, you funnel your leftist energy into creating a blue dragon movement that will oppose the red dragon.
Okay.
One that will speak to the peasantry in little towns just like ours that have seen our fields devastated by the dragon
What if-
war for so many generations.
So what if it takes too long to rise up a new blue dragon that's
Well,
on
verily,
our
sir, I
side?
believe that our time
And
will
in
be
the
better
interim-
spent with one dragon
in the
rather than two if our time is but limited by fate.
I don't necessarily know that a one-party state is better than a two-party state.
Oh, now
If
we're
gonna
talking
fucking go
parties,
from-
but you wanted me to tell
Well,
you how
I
to
don't know that
slay
a
the
one.
dragon.
Sorry, I don't know if a one dragon state is necessarily better than a two dragon state. Then
You don't think twice the devastation and backup
I mean,
and
look how the
collaboration
dragons-
between two
look how the
worms that
dragons
wish to
bicker
burn the
amongst
field,
each
sir?
other. Look how the dragons bicker amongst each other. Perhaps that is siphoning away some of the energy they would
Hast
use to
thou
otherwise.
not watched the dragons bickering? For when the moon is full, they cavort with one another, sir. This is well known.
They do cavort with one another.
Yes, they do,
But-
hand in hand to exploit the one against the other, hand in glove, in front of us, as if they play a theater play in front of our eyes, sir, that maketh us to think that one dragon is slightly less evil when both perpetuate the two dragon system.
Hey, look,
but without
we've seen-
one, verily,
we've seen-
who will
we've
the
seen
other dragon
examples.
pretend to fight, sir?
We have seen that
what
the
will
red
keep people
dragon-
from
we've
rising up
seen it-
against? What will
But we've
keep
seen
people
that the
from
red
rising up
dragon-
against the
Wait,
red dragon?
Hold on.
We
We've
want
already,
a couple of fucking dragons to come and fucking torch you both, dude.
we've already seen that the red dragon rules
that's
its
what I
domain
want.
more harshly than does the blue dragon. So it does seem like there is a
Fucking
difference.
God. Oh my god! I'm gonna fucking
Give me some water, please.
I'm gonna fucking drink, dude. The red dragon, the blue dragon. Oh my god!
Scotty doesn't like it.
I mean, it is kind of getting absurd.
Yeah, but whatever. I mean, it's an absurd show. What do you want?
I mean, yeah, the absurdities of this show are pretty fucking apparent.
Red dragon, blue dragon, dragon. Hey, look,
I like it's. I
overall-
just feel like it's weird shuffle step your reaction to this because you
Yeah.
were like, yeah, I support it, but I think it's fucking horrible and dangerous.
well, look, I support it on one level and I don't support it on another. I mean, like,
You
I have
support it on a
misgivings
number of
about it.
levels. You've admitted.
Yeah, sure.
You would
I don't
rather
think
see the people that stay home
I-
involved.
If you want to fucking pin me down to a position, I guess that while I do have the fears that I already voiced, I do think it's better for people who feel like they don't want to have loyalty to the Democratic Party to at least show up to vote on local ballot initiatives because that stuff is also important. I do wish that maybe exceptions would be made for like lower level politicians who aren't necessarily super tied in with the party.
like senators and
Well, I mean, like,
state
you know, like
senators
local-
and governors
local
and stuff.
fucking- not governors. Like, I mean, like even just on that small like state senator level or like,
They're not tied in with the party at the state senate level.
I mean, not like the major fucking decision
Oh.
what you're talking about.
They do not cavort with the dragon every night, but only once in a while do they
Yeah,
sucketh
Only
upon
once
its
in a while do
teat.
they cavort with it. Like, you know, maybe they pay a humble tribute to the dragon every now and then, but mostly they're kind of doing their own thing. I don't know.
Okay.
I wish maybe there was a little more nuance on that level, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Uh-huh.
Fucking dragon.
I'm sorry. We're talking about the fucking dragon. Why don't you fucking take a goddamn position, you
guys-
centrist bitch?
You guys and this fucking dragon. Okay, you want my position?
Yeah, I want to know.
You want to know? Okay.
Yeah, what do you
Well,
think?
I think that both of you guys saying makes sense to me, but it's an inherent flaw of human nature that we get in organizations those organizations inherently become exploitive. And if it's a political party or a company or whatever, most of these organizations become like that. Now, not all of them. I mean, there's companies and organizations that are pretty much good and very democratically run. But for the most part, it seems that, especially the more powerful the institution, the more corrupt it is. So ultimately, either one of these plans relies on people organizing together on a level that has meaningful impact to actually challenge the system you're talking about. And for that to happen, you'd have to have a sudden shift in human nature, just the best possible outcome that you could hope people gathering would do. They would come together for actual common interests. But then you have so many people, what's common interest? Well, I think this is important. I think this is important.
Let me talk to you guys about
isn't that what one of the greatest challenges of a democracy is? You have all these different ideas and different points of view and different cultures coming together. I mean, it's a very difficult country to run. America is. Really.
Let me talk to you guys really quick about a related issue that kind of like was puzzling to me. I was trying to do research for a DFF episode actually on voting. And I was like kind of like, I'll do a quick DFF on why third parties don't win. And there's like a conventional line of logic that I've heard on that.
Sure.
And it's because, well, we got first past the post voting. And that kind of kills the chances of any third party. And then I'm like, oh yeah. And that's the explanation I've always heard. That's the explanation I've always accepted. I look into this shit to start doing research for this episode. And I found out that is the conventional wisdom, but there's no fucking way it's right because there's a shit ton of countries that have first past the post voting.
Yeah.
That's not all that different than what we have.
Yeah.
Where the voting distribution is nothing like it is here. There's not this duopoly, this strong fucking two-party duopoly.
Do those countries have two giant parties that starve the third parties of votes and money by fucking just blasting out and oppressing those parties into uselessness?
Those countries, Paul, is usually there's one major party that's in power, but they usually have to form coalitions with smaller parties. Like there'll be these
that doesn't happen here. So
coalition? So here's the main thing I could actually find on this is because our dragons are a little bit more crafty than these dragons in these other countries. Okay, I'm sorry,
Scotty's gonna bitch slap you.
So listen, dude. All right, I'll just fuck
about it. Dragons. You already established the dragons. Just keep going dragons.
Our dragons are way more nefarious because they fucking know.
Hashtag they know how no confidence in the chat. Hashtag no confidence in the chat.
Oh shit,
that's my name.
Starting to happen.
Okay, come on. Dude.
I'm no confidence, Kirk.
That's the dumbest thing, dude.
I have no confidence in no confidence. Boom. There you go.
Almost as bad as Bo disregard.
No, listen. The parties here are way better at getting people to they're way better at doing the broad tent. So instead of building those coalitions, this guy was talking about with other parties, they just anytime a fucking smaller party even starts to rise up, absorbed.
Zonster brought up a point. All of those other countries are parliamentary countries.
That's true. They all have. They're all parliamentarian,
so it doesn't really apply to us.
Yeah.
But it's still first past the post shit.
Yeah, but it's under a completely different system. That's a functional oligarchical duopoly, and not an actual parliamentary environment where smaller parties can actually.
We should have fucking
win seats.
America did this shit too fucking quick. We should have waited for a few other countries to try it out. Be like, maybe we'll try parliamentary system.
Yeah, well, we didn't. And here we are still doing it.
Oh, CJ, a lot of no confidence.
Oh, they're doing hashtag blue dragon.
The blue dragon.
Hashtag no confidence. In the chat, hashtag no confidence on your Twitter. Signal boost my fucking tweet. If you agree with me, make the pledge to join the fucking no confidence party. Show up, vote for your local initiatives, be informed about your local politicians, and if you find one that isn't affiliated with the DNC, vote for them. But otherwise, write in no confidence, folks.
I have to point out, was it not Star Wars where they had that fucking shit? Was it even Jar Jar that does it?
It was Jar Jar. I've had a vote of no confidence in Chancellor Valorum, and that's how the Emperor takes over. So just remember that.
Paul Emperor.
Now you're gonna use Star Wars as something that we should pay into.
Waiting in them wings, y'all.
It's Paul, dude.
The prequels are total shit. Oh shit, I'm cornered in a political argument. Remember when Jar Jar Binks made a vote of no? Come on, buddy.
Oh, come on, Paul. Oh, shut the hell up.
I gotta push back.
Shut the hell up with that shit, dude. Oh, man, making a joke. Oh, that's weak. The fuck is that, dude? Come on.
What are you talking about?
Don't posture, dude. Come on.
What are you talking about, Scotty?
You're posturing,
I wasn't
motherfucker.
talking to you. I was talking to TJ.
I said the Jar Jar shit.
Right, but TJ agreed with you and adopted it as his argument. I haven't been arguing with you.
I just fucking, I'm just building on it. I don't know. I just think it's funny. It's true though. No confidence in Chancellor Valorum. Boom. Emperor Palpatine.
Hashtag no confidence in Chancellor Valorum in the chat if you don't give a fuck about Star Wars and you intend to do this anyway. Hashtag no confidence in Chancellor Valorum in the chat if you have every intention to do this anyway. And you don't give a fuck about Star Wars and you don't think that George Lucas knows what the fuck he's talking about when it comes to politics.
I'm just saying, like a lot of stuff in that movie has come to pass.
No confidence in Chancellor Valorum.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess making a fucking joke is too much now.
The green Jedi, dude. I'm the gray Jedi. No. Dude, I'm not trying to get heated with anybody. It's just politics. You know what I mean?
Politics.
It's just polititties.
Speaking of politics, I do have this video clip I could show you. Is that still playing on there?
That's what playing.
Am I still sharing?
Yeah. Your screen's
we
still
can't.
up.
Yours is. We can't turn this on.
All right.
From Mar-a-Lago, my exclusive interview with the 45th president.
So I wanted to show you guys.
Oh my God.
Looks so fucking bad.
He looks even more lost than before.
Well, he's lost a lot of weight though, dude. I'm telling you that right the fuck now. He's lost about 35 pounds.
Ooh.
I mean, that can't be bad. He still looks like a weirdo with fucking orange cake makeup on his face, but he's lost about 35 pounds.
I wonder what's fucking going on with his nose and how he's being lit right now. That nose is so fucking shiny. It looks like a goddamn carrot, too.
He's really bronze, dude. I think it's his pores. He's got really big pores.
His pores are huge.
His fucking pores are massive on his fucking nose. But hey, whatever.
And that's weird because, they are caking makeup on his ass, right? So how come I can see these pores so fucking bad?
United States, Donald Trump.
They're craters,
I want to know this question. What are your plans to help for 2022? We talked about the House and the states. Are you thinking about running again?
There was definitely a cut there.
Oh, yeah, there was a total cut, dude. He was about to say something.
Something must have happened there.
Trump probably rambled off some inane fucking prefrontal dementia nonsense, and they were just like, can we make this look good? No, let's just cut it into Hannity asking him if he's going to run again.
24, and if so, where are you in that process?
We are going to help with the House. I think we have a really good chance. I'm working with everybody, including Kevin McCarthy. On
so this is as good, by the way, as an announcement that he's running for president again.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
They want that to be a big, giant announcement, so they play coy, they play coy. Like he knows what he's being advised by a committee of people to give this answer. Hannity probably knows that this answer is coming, and he's helping to boost it. Trump is running again. If Trump doesn't stroke out,
I've already seen the stickers around town around here.
Of course.
Well, people started printing that as soon as he lost.
But the Senate. So I told you that at least 8 senators would have lost their race. I could name them, but I don't want to embarrass them. But that includes Mitch,
who I don't mind embarrassing.
Yeah.
Mitch,
who was heading south. He called me up. He said, I need your help. And I'm very popular in Kentucky. I love Kentucky. And they love me. And I helped him. And he won by the most he's ever won by. So we are going to help with the Senate. And I think we have a good chance.
You got Marco Rubio. I hear Herschel's name mentioned a lot in Georgia.
I
hear Laura Trump's name mentioned a lot in North Carolina.
Does Hannity sound like he's starting to fucking slow down?
I mean, why wouldn't he?
Like, I feel like this dude used to have more vim and vigor than this.
That's because he was defending people that had like 2 brain cells in his head. He's literally like, do you know that Hannity during the Trump administration developed a PaulsEgo level vaping habit where like in between every take he was like because he was having to like fucking field Trump shit. Like it's ruined him.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, I'm so beleaguered. And he's just like got to sit here and pretend like, oh, You gonna
You can
run
look
again?
into it. He actually got caught going live on his show with a big cloud of vape, not coming out, but like clearly like drifting away.
Yeah, they had to like get a fan in there,
And that's how it came out.
God, vaping, dude. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, just let him. You know what? Let Hannity vape during his show.
they
I
wanna-
want to see Hannity fucking taking
If
some
they-
big fucking
Dude,
vape
they want to appeal to
rips
these Zoomers.
on his fucking show.
Give fucking Donald Trump and Sean Hannity a couple vapes. Let them fucking vape this out and have like a more informal little interview here.
Yeah, like you can
Welcome,
fucking
great
like
Americans.
cloud cam whenever he fucking blows out one of them big ass vape clouds. It backs up and like rates the cloud and shit. You know?
Yeah. Hold on, I've got to take a fat rip on my vape. Like have a real close mic that kicks in so you can hear all the crackle and gurgle.
Fucking tells him like, yeah, I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna run again, and he's like, yeah, hold on, let me just grab my vape really quick because that's stressful. And he fucking sucks on that motherfucker for like a minute and blows that big ass cloud. And Trump's just lost in the cloud. You know? And the cloud dissipates. Trump's just gone, and he's like, well, I got my wish.
Smoke and mirrors, dude.
He's gone, everybody. He got lost in the Hannity vape cloud. Trump's just wandering around in the fog. Hello, help me. I'm trapped in Sean Hannity's vape cloud.
It sounds like a weird episode of The Twilight Zone.
It does. Yeah. I love it.
Hannity, where are you?
Sununu in New Hampshire.
Look at the red dragon that the blue dragon is not going to be able to beat in 2024.
Dude, you know what? It's fucking brutal, too. It's brutal. Because you look at this son of a bitch. He looks like
That's
his
the
skin
red
is.
dragon.
I know. His skin is like. Look at the fucking blue dragon. I mean, just think about it, man. Like let's go. Hold on. Take a trip down memory lane here.
Yeah, let's look at both of the people that we could have voted for in this last election. It's, I think it'll be edifying.
Court nominee is.
Yeah.
Look at this
So here
fucking
is-
drained
Behold
zombie.
the might of the blue dragon. Dun, dun, dun.
It's even blue behind him.
Of course it is.
Like,
He's the blue dragon.
Should have known he was going to win when there was blue behind him. Look at all this blue. Just like,
did America tip
blue,
its
blue, blue,
hand?
blue, blue, blue. Everyone's in the country's like, blue, motherfucker. Vote blue, vote blue.
If that background had been red, Trump would be president right now.
Yeah, why not a red background? From now on, all backgrounds must be neutral beige or gray.
Yeah, Trump really should have worn like just a solid red tie for this debate.
Yeah, if Trump had worn a solid red tie here, he'd be president right now.
If he would have worn a solid red tie there, the blue background would have literally skittered away like, yeah! It would have been replaced with a big American flag flapping in the wind with an eagle constantly screeching.
Dude, Trump should just have shown up at the debate with like a shit ton of flags. Be like, I'm putting some flags behind me. It's
Yep.
like, we huh? It's like I'm not doing the debate if I can't have my flags.
Yep.
Put my flags behind me. I want the people to see the
Trump
flags
shows
up.
behind me.
Mr. Trump,
white
they,
and
would- they
blue
would try and make hay out of it, and it would just make him better with his base.
You know what would happen is they would agree to let him do it, but then Biden would send some aides out to go get some hastily bought fucking flags of his own. You
He
know,
gets
be like, we're not until I get my flags too, Jack. And you'd be like,
The flag wars.
they should wear a bright red fucking pimp suit to this motherfucker. Imagine
would've
Trump
loved it.
decked out like a fucking PIMP in some fucking
No, I'm
crazy
telling
red
you, red,
getup.
white, and blue flag suit, dude. Trump comes out there. People would appreciate it. The Trump voting base would have really liked that.
Dude, he comes out like
This is too
fucking
classy.
Apollo Creed in fucking Rocky IV, where he's like the fucking James Brown dance number
Get
and shit.
James Brown zombie to fucking perform. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, just fucking pipe in. I mean, you just fucking pipe in James Brown. Make it one of them stupid holograms of like James Brown. Living in America, you know, like, and have all that shit going on. Fucking dancing girls, Rockettes doing kicks and shit. That's a fucking entrance.
Never happened. They stopped it from going in, but it was China's fault.
Vagina.
For a second, I was like-
Look at him.
Okay.
It looks like he has to pee really bad. He's holding it in. Gotta go.
Did you remember
This guy-
that? You remember that point in the debate?
I'll ask you guys a question about Joe Biden right now, right?
What?
If it was canonical truth, looking at Joe Biden right here and right now, that Joe Biden was the father of either Beavis or Butthead, Which one would it be?
Beavis. He looks like Beto O'Rourke's dad. Like literally, if it was canon that Beto, it was like Beto O'Biden. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was like he was like a son from a previous marriage or whatever that Biden had or some shit. I would totally buy it. He looks exactly like he's gonna age.
I think his fucking face looks more like Beavis, but I feel like his
No.
forehead and his hairline looks more like Butthead.
He's Butthead, dude. He's 100% Butthead. 100%. He's the father of Butthead, or the grandfather of Butthead, I guess. Honestly, because like even around when Butthead. Like when Butthead was fucking 14, 15, 16 back in the day when it first came out, Biden was already granddad age. He's Butthead. Do you agree?
We just looked at a picture of Beavis and Butthead Do America, and I'm like looking at Butthead, and like, no, he's Butthead.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
There's an insinuation of Beavis around the nose and the fucking eyes, I feel like. But then I look at the fucking shape of the head itself, and he looks more like Butthead.
No way, dude.
Hard disagree.
He's I don't know, man. He's got kind of a Beavis nose, dude.
You know, I mean, I'm feeling Butthead more. I'm sorry, man.
Let's take a look at a few more angles. Let's see.
Orange man funny. Orange man funny.
Dude, Trump is the weirdest looking goddamn human being, man.
Yeah, he's like, honestly, he's the only person that they could have run against the crypt keeper that is Joe Biden, the grotesque, disgusting marionette that is Joe Biden, that's actually weirder and more disturbing looking than Joe Biden.
I know, it's like, he's the weirdest looking motherfucker I've ever fucking seen in my life. I don't understand it.
And Joe Biden looked pretty fucking normal when he was young.
Yeah. Joe Biden just looks like he's too old to be doing this anymore.
Look right there. That's Butthead.
Yeah.
Butthead is my son, Jack.
Yeah. Just add the
Met his mom on the streets of Scranton.
This motherfucker, I don't even know
dude? I could see an argument, honestly, now that I'm looking at it, for Trump being Beavis's fucking granddaddy.
Dude, where do you see that? Because I don't see that at all.
We're the biggest. Nobody knows more about climate change than I do, believe me. The hair, dude. Pull up look at Beavis's hair and look at Trump's fucking weird crow's nest.
I would cast this motherfucker as I'd shave this I'd pull this fucking fake ass hair off this son of a bitch's head and cast him as like Principal McVicker in a fucking Beavis and Butthead.
Look at pull up a picture of Beavis real quick and let's look at the pompadour, dude.
All right, hold on. Just take this down for a second.
Trump could be Beavis's dad and fucking Biden could be Butthead's.
I'll prepare a little presentation here.
If nothing else, dude, Beavis as Trump is a thing Mike Judge did not do. That's a mistake.
I got some of them true believers spamming no confidence in the chat.
True believers. All right. Damn it, just fucking open what I want you to, you son of a bitch. All right, so I'm pulling up Beavis and Butthead. I'm pulling up Joe Biden. I'm pulling up Trump.
We need to do some side-by-sides on this and fucking decide this shit, because this is every bit as important as the whole conversation you and I just had, TJ, and I know you know that that's true.
I mean, I think it's more, but you know.
Right. I didn't want to overstate it so that people wouldn't buy my position, but yes, I agree.
I mean,
this is more vital than anything we just talked about.
Well, because we're just fucking, let's see here. So I'm lining up a side by side here for all these motherfuckers.
Yeah, we gotta be able to
Open
in a goddamn new tab, you son of a bitch.
What are you doing, TJ?
Whatever.
Open image and new tab.
I'll just fucking whatever. Well, I'm gonna fucking want to go through a bunch of them anyway. I'll just do it like this. Can I do the side by side on this motherfucker?
I don't know.
Only do a fucking side by side. It'll only let me show a particular window. It'll only show a screen.
Yeah.
So whatever. I'm just gonna have to do it like this way. Sorry. All right. So here's fucking Biden.
Hold on. You got to reshare it with me. You closed it.
Oh, sorry. I guess it closed when I merged the fucking browsers.
All right. We're good.
Okay. So here we got Biden, right?
Yeah.
Like so here we have Beavis and Butthead, and here we have Joe Biden. Let's see what the angle is kind of like. That's a front angle.
It's so obvious. He's Butthead, dude. Grandpa O Butthead.
See if anyone's ever just compared
cool.
the two. There might even be a fucking thing.
No,
No one's ever like really put them side by side before.
That's why this is vitally important. We're breaking new ground right now as we speak, boys. Nobody has ever spoken about this.
You know, it's really weird. I think of Butthead as having a giant forehead, but it's actually really more Beavis that has a giant fucking forehead.
Well, I mean, Butthead has a different forehead from different angles too. This picture of Beavis and Butthead is like, you know what I mean?
Sure. We got some other ones here.
Like, see there?
Yeah.
He's got at least the same size forehead that Beavis does. Beavis just has a bigger pompadour, you know what I mean? Or a more prominent one.
Yeah, his forehead's rounder.
Butthead is a little taller than Beavis.
Yeah. Which I think, you know, that doesn't really play any role here. They're close enough in height that like the variance of natural parentage could be either way. Like fucking Trump gave birth to Barron, you know what I mean? Big giant gangly monster of a son. So who saw that coming? So I stick by my guns here, dude. I think that fucking Butthead is the grandson of Biden.
I think I concur with that. But the Trump thing, I don't really.
The grandfather of Beavis.
I feel like that's going too far. I don't feel like it's there for
smiling.
Trump.
Is this? There's a smile
search for
there.
Trump and search for Beavis at the same time. You don't see if there's any comparison.
Let's see if anyone's ever done it.
Let's see if we can find it.
People have done Beavis
As Pence.
People have done Beavis.
Yeah,
as Pence,
they do Trump as Butthead and Beavis as Pence.
And then there's some shit
Oh my
about
god,
comparing
dude!
Trump
Look at
to
Beavis. Yeah, dude, look at Beavis and Eric Trump, dude. Proof of fucking concept right here. I don't think Don Jr. looks all that much like Butthead, to be frank, but I think the Beavis comparison becomes really apparent when you look at Trump's fucking offspring.
That makes sense, though.
It's the schnoz, though.
That makes sense. He wouldn't look like Butthead.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. I think. Yeah, so I mean, like this dude. I mean, you know who he looks more like to me is fucking Odo from DS9. But if we're tying him into Beavis or Butthead, this is definitely fucking Beavis.
Beavis, right?
It's questionable as a Butthead. That's just kind of like,
and that's
they both
Trump's.
have brown
That's
hair, whatever the fuck. I don't know.
That's Trump's boy.
Yeah. So I mean, that does strengthen the fucking. But I don't really see it in Trump's face too much, though.
Well, that's the problem. Is like Trump is so old and fucking sad. Look at some young Trump and Beavis.
Yeah, okay, maybe you're right.
You know what I mean? It's easier to see in fucking Biden with the Butthead shit, but like Trump has aged more poorly. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Military school
dude.
sucks.
Yeah, dude. All right. You did it. All right, you convinced me.
Military
Trump
schools.
now does not. Trump now don't look shit like it, but like
well, he's old and fat now.
I don't know.
Caked in makeup. What do you
he's got the Beavis fucking vibe there, man.
Hey baby. Wanna you know.
Love it.
Beautiful. Well, at least we fucking came down to it and we know who's sired who, you know? I feel like Maury Povich.
Did I feel like
Donald Trump
defended was
you are the
accomplished.
father. So I guess this is a clip that might spurn some kind of conversation.
Rick Santorum is still alive?
Yeah, this is
okay.
Rick Santorum.
Great.
Young Americans. Young America's
new?
Foundation. This is new.
All right.
So yeah, this dude's still out there.
If you think about this country, I don't know of any other country in the world that was settled predominantly by people who were coming to practice their faith. They came here because they were not allowed to practice their particular faith in their own country. And so they came here mostly from Europe, and they set up a country that was based on Judeo-Christian principles. When I say Judeo-Christian, the Mosaic Laws, 10 Commandments, and the teachings of Jesus Christ, the morals and teachings of Jesus Christ. That's what our founding documents are based upon.
No.
It's in our DNA. You know,
Wrong.
Is that our
other countries
DNA?
like Italy and
Wait a
Greece,
minute,
Hold on.
DNA?
Turkey and places
So
like
he
that.
hasn't even gotten to the part that's really
Oh,
raising
okay,
eyebrows
wow.
yet. This is all standard rhetoric, really.
I agree. It is.
So
People are
this
saying
is,
turn up volume if you can, TJ. I don't know if you can.
unfortunately I can't. So you guys just have to crank your own. I've turned it up as much as I can on my end on every source that I have for it.
I can crank it a little bit, but you guys will have to mute yourselves because it'll blow people out if you talk. All right, go for it. Play it.
They've all sort of changed over time. I mean, they've been there for millennia in many cases, and their culture has sort of evolved over time. But not us. We came here and created a blank slate. We birthed a nation from nothing. I mean, there was nothing here. I mean, yes, we have Native Americans, but candidly, that there isn't much Native American culture in American culture. It was born of the people who came here pursuing religious liberty.
All right, you guys are fine.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm sure you caught the.
What was controversial about that?
I mean, yeah, sure, there were Native Americans here before, but I mean, whatever. That's not, you know.
Because they weren't doing anything with the land anyway.
Candidly, there's not much of their culture in our. I mean, like, you know,
not even.
they ain't
true.
really fucking relevant to what we've done here.
Yeah,
we named a fucking river after it, something here and there, but you know,
We did good. Come on. They weren't really doing anything with the land. I mean, we really wanted it. We wanted religious freedom.
I love that his dumb ass, before he said all that dumb shit, was like, candidly, as if he's talking one-on-one to someone who's like got his confidence. You know, it's like, you're on camera, dude. You're speaking at a fucking conference and shit. For some reason.
If at this same press conference he excoriated China for the Uyghur genocide, I'm going to fucking die.
Motherfucker probably did, honestly. Or if he doesn't hear, he probably has elsewhere. So,
well, you know, I'll give him one thing. This is doing a lot for Rick Santorum's career.
we came from a country. We basically
5.9 million. You know what? Maybe he just realized that it's like, dude, I gotta go out there. I gotta say some racist ass shit, and then people will give a fuck about me again.
Yeah.
I mean, there
Santorum
you go.
trying to get back on the map.
Now hear me out, Scotty. Hear me out now. Listen. This land didn't have much of nothing on it but some dirt-worshipping heathens. And then all these clean, scrubbed, good-smelling, well-to-do white folks showed up pursuing their religious liberty. And them dirt-worshippers, Scotty, they come out of the hills and out of the hollers, out of the bushes and out of the trees, and started slaughtering them white, clean, pure, wonderful, amazing, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, white folk that came here from, European folk, y'all. I mean, come on, dude. This shit is just fucking like, this is puke in a bucket, dude.
Oh, shit.
But I mean, it's coming out of Rick Santorum.
Yeah, Sal.
a living human asshole. So
I think Sal started barking.
Oh shit!
Must have been hearing some dog whistles, huh? Sorry, should have done that. Would have been better if I'd thought of it sooner, but you know,
some dog whistles. Hey,
dude, what a
better
dick.
late than never, dude.
I mean, really, like all he's doing is he just said the fucking quiet part loud again.
Right.
You know, that's all the fuck that happened here. Because
No,
like
of course.
this is just like intrinsic to the fucking thought process any fucking way.
And intrinsic to the cyclical destruction of the planet, by the way. This is part of the overarching cultural narrative that we're marinated in as children, that America came here because of manifest destiny and saved America from the crazy, weird, sky-worshipping heathens that inhabited it before, and showed them the light and way of true Christian civilization and true, you know what I mean? And like, it just, like, even if you know it's not true, you live in a culture that's absolutely shaped and dominated by that overarching fucking concept.
He just showed up and went like, hey, capitalism.
Right.
See, it was good. Everyone was happy. That's how it worked, right? That's how we made this great country. The nation of fucking goddamn, basic fucking goddamn consumers. That's all this fucking country is set up to do. In most communities, it's where you're gonna buy something, where you're gonna fucking sell something. That's all. That's it.
But that's good, Scotty, because it fosters competition. and let you pull yourself up by your bootstraps while you could sell a mushmelon on the corner and turn the profit from that into a tomato plantation. You know?
I always love the fucking, like, the porn that comes out of that shit. Like, some guy traded a paperclip for a Ferrari.
Yeah,
like,
I love that shit. It's
Come on, dude. He got help along the way. You know, a guy donated, you know.
Yeah.
There's always
Don't
some
pay no
fucking
attention
shit.
to that, though. He took that brand
you know
new
my favorite-
Ferrari and traded it for a yacht.
Have you seen these fucking stories where like the news media, they'll push some fucking story about like these people paid off their student debt by 26
Oh
or
my
whatever.
God, it's the most ridiculous
And then it's
shit.
like, wow, learn how you can too. And then you click on the article and it's like, you know, and then I got a, you know, $70,000 loan from my grandpa. And it's like, what?
Oh, dude, it's great.
You know what it is, dude? It's economic stability porn.
Yeah,
It really
oh,
is. It's
Look
people.
how stable the economy is.
Yeah. People are fucking like, no, it's the other side. It's more like people are fucking living their whole day in anxiety over their own economic position. Yeah. And they need something to look at that, like, for a second gives them a dopamine hit. Like, holy shit, I could pay off this fucking loan that's crushing me every month by 26. How? Oh, I've got to have a rich grandpa. Fuck. You know what I mean? But you still click on it. That's what they're designed for.
There's a fucking, like, a famous one that goes around the internet where it's like the girl is like, okay, me and my fiance, we're gonna like, we're actually gonna be given a house, and then the house we bought, we're gonna rent out. So we're gonna live rent free, but then rent our house out, and we're gonna make, and by the way, make a bunch of money at the same time. It's like, yeah, if you had this idealistic life where you could basically afford to live in a house and then rent your own house out, and then put that towards your student loan debt. Yeah, of course you could pay off the shit in no time.
Holy shit, Scotty. You just gave me a fucking epiphany, bro. I'm going to call my fucking rich uncle that owns a bunch of houses that he doesn't care about and ask if I can live in a really nice one somewhere for rent free.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good, doesn't it?
And then I'm going to save up the money that I spend on rent and buy another house with that and rent it out and use it as passive income, Scotty.
Oh!
Wow.
Dude, you are going to fucking pay off any debt you have like that, Paul?
All I got to do is invent the fucking flux capacitor, go back in time, and make one of my fucking dumb shit hillbilly ancestors successful.
And then, bam, easy street.
I'm lined out, y'all.
Easy street. I paid off my loan by getting an exec position right out of college at my family's major company.
Just trying to bullshit.
My dad owns DuPont Paint and Synthetics, so he made me vice president of marketing, and I started getting $600K a year. And then my student debt melted away immediately.
I don't know why people complain about all this. It's like, oh, good for you.
He made me VP of marketing, even though I majored in Latino American studies and pottery making.
Hey, it's close enough. Come on.
Hey, I'm a fucking master's degree in pottery. Come on now. Don't insult the pottery arts.
By the way, in 10 years, I'll be president of the United States.
Wouldn't be surprising.
Don't you love that nepotism ladder that people get to climb? George W. Bush got to climb off of his daddy's coattails into the governorship.
Oh my God. So bad. I mean, like if there's fucking, like, if you just want like the story of fucking like white privilege or fucking wealth privilege or whatever the fuck you want to call it, just
nepotism.
The nepotism ladder, politics. I mean, just like George W. Bush, like his whole rise, like they need to fucking actually do a good movie about him. That fucking that Oliver Stone shit sucked,
dude. I don't mean to interrupt you, TJ, but
witty fucking take on that motherfucker. I'm sorry, go ahead. But
I really want to. I stand on principle that before George Bush gets yet another movie, that Jeb must be the movie that is made next.
Dude, how about you tell the
clap? As I like to call it.
Just tell the fucking story of George W. Bush's rise through Jeb. Because it could
be
the
idea of my idea for Jeb.
Yeah. A subplot that just shows his piece of shit brother rise.
I think I walked you through it once long ago, but I don't know that we ever did it for a public facing piece of content. I have an idea for the beginning of Jeb.
Okay.
I'm not even going to pitch the idea to you, right? And I'm going to walk you through it visually, okay? So close your eyes if you'd like and imagine along with me, right? It's a sunny day and a little boy and his father. Father's very tall and fit, and the little boy himself, a fit little boy, dressed in garb that looks like it's about the 1950s, right? And they're playing catch with a football. And the kid rears back and he throws the ball, and the dad catches it and he says, "Good one, son." And he throws the ball back, and we pan back, right? All of a sudden. And as we pan back, and this scene of father and son playing football gets smaller and smaller, eventually we go through a window into a house. Still looking at the man and boy playing football, but through the window. We pan back, and we start to hear the sound of tap dancing. Pan back, we're in a room. We see a little bit more of the room. We see the gray hair of a lady watching. Maybe not gray hair. We see the hair of a lady watching. This is Barbara Bush watching her son that's actually successful, or that she knows will actually be successful, play catch with his dad. But where come the tap dancing noises? Pan back, rotate a little bit behind Barbara Bush, and revealed is our young Jeb, dressed like a 1920s schoolboy, doing a tap dance routine to an old jazz staple that his mom's not even paying attention to as she watches her boy and her husband play catch in the yard. And then at the end of the music, and it goes, "And that's the Michigan rag," or whatever the fuck, right? And little Jeb goes down on one knee and a big jazz fingers and everything, right? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then he says, "Mom, please clap." Dun, dun, title card. Big, giant, bold fucking typeface. "Please clap."
I love that.
I want the whole movie to be that. I want the whole movie to be a tale of George W. Bush's unlikely success through the abject failure of Jeb Bush.
And you get all the fucking scenes where it's like, "Better luck next time."
It's like
Here's a scene.
Looks like I'm gonna be president, Jeb.
Oh shit! What
he's
happened
gonna be
here?
A fucking bully.
This is please
shit.
clap.
I just want to play the actual clip of this motherfucker. I actually want to see what these fucking talking heads have to say introducing this clip.
He's having a really bad campaign. Look at this campaign moment.
He's having a really bad campaign. Oh no.
Hanover on Tuesday. Look at this.
I think the next president needs to be a lot quieter, but send a signal that we're prepared to act in the national security interests of this country to get back in the business of creating a more peaceful world.
Dude, when this scene happens in the movie, you got to intersperse it with the tap dance.
Dude, he got one clap.
Dude,
one sad.
Whatever song, like I want like an organ grinder almost kind of sound like that, like real
totally
old sounding, like early fucking 20th century ragtime shit. Just like, and I want that to slowly fade in behind the scene in this movie. Oh, dude. I've got some great fucking scenes. Like Jeb, right? You know, like after fucking George became governor of Texas and then eventually president in his dad's fucking footsteps and served 2 terms. Somewhere in there, Jeb became the governor of Florida. And I have this scene in my mind where Jeb goes to his dad and he's like, you know, he calls him or whatever on the phone and he's like, "We won, Dad. We won." And Bush Sr. is like, "Who's this?" He's like,
Wrong number.
He's like, "Dad, is the connection bad? I'm sorry. That's you know who this is. Of course you're following the results tonight." And he goes, "I don't want any." It hangs up.
Dude, I'm literally looking at this scene here.
And, dude, he should be talking. He should be like standing around like some of his aides and stuff. You're like, oh yeah. "Oh, thank you, Dad. I love you too."
Yeah. And as the fucking
it's even worse,
dude, as as the fucking
Hear the
19
dial
fucking
tone. They're just looking. I'm like, all right.
Yep, dude, as the 1950s hurdy-gurdy music slowly fades in.
I want you guys to look at this fucking at this what's on the screen here, dude. Like literally no one is actually
Dude, look at this guy. Just look at the audience.
That dude's looking at his phone. That old dude doesn't fucking even know where the fuck he is. That chick is bored. She's bored. That the people right behind him did clap. I guess they like. I don't know. I guess they felt some sympathy.
That white dude sitting just to the right of him as he walks in to deliver the please clap looks like he's off the goop. Look at him.
I know.
Look at him. He's stoned as fuck.
He's fucking high as fuck.
He's high as a kite. Look at that. He's high as a
I'm clapping. He's like, his buddy too.
And he's like, both of them got, dude. Both of them were
Dude,
off the goop.
they just got them all high. They got these two stoners like, want to come to a fun political rally?
That's fucking Jeb Bush, bro. His fucking cousin was president or whatever, man.
They said this guy's gonna be like president. Yeah, all right.
Here's a little fact about Jeb that you.
President, bro.
Here's a little fact about Jeb that you didn't know, probably. Jeb actually lived in Mexico for a while and speaks fluent Spanish and was pursuing a degree in tennis.
Ah, okay.
For a while. He went down to Mexico and went to a Mexican college. He louds this all the time in his running for Florida governor when he does, or when he continues to, because of course he got a lot of Latinos in that place. So I live down in Mexico. I want a scene though where he goes to Bush Senior, right, and he's like, Dad, I've made my mind up. Oh, really? What have you made your mind up about now, Jeb? Dad, I'm going to Mexico to play tennis. And Bush just goes. And he goes, and Jeb sits there and waits like an uncomfortable 10 seconds. We get this Sergio Leone back and forth between George Sr.'s boredom and the absolute devastation and hopelessness in Jeb's eyes.
Dude, your movie
I told
portrays,
you.
It's beautiful.
He's so fucking likable though.
I know.
I feel so bad for
he's
fucking
such a
Jeb,
dork.
dude. I know.
You
feel
want
bad
him to
for
win, but he never will,
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Oh,
dude,
he's literally like a grown-up Charlie Brown or something. You know what I mean?
If I was gonna support a Republican for president because they, the Democrats threw a literal fucking somebody worse, dude, Jeb, right? If you're gonna have to serve under another fucking Republican for a couple of cycles, Jeb is
Might
the one,
as
right?
well be Jeb.
He's like the Pillsbury
Why not
Doughboy
Jeb?
of the conservatives that are viable, right? Jeb.
He pokes.
Hey, Dad, don't do that.
Don't do it.
You gotta work on this pudge, boy. Be a good football
saying
player.
your Jeb sounds like
your
Hank
brother.
Hill.
Like George Jr.
Oh, no.
I want to see the please clap. Hold on.
Please clap.
Look at those stoners. I love them.
Dude, I fucking love it.
Takes one to know one, bro. Takes one to know one. They're off the goop.
All these
Who can
motherfuckers
blame them? They had-
this motherfucker, dude. Can you imagine being in the audience and please clap? It's all right, I'll give you a pity clap, man. That's a sad.
Dude, here they are.
All right, Jeb.
Blazed out of their fucking minds, man.
These guys don't even know who the fuck they are.
They gotta be in the movie, dude. You gotta fucking tell their whole backstory in the fucking movie. I'm telling you,
dude. This whole fucking rally will be told from the semi-perspective of these two stoners that are way off the goop. And they're like, man, you want to go hear Jeb Bush talk? Not really.
Yeah, man. Let me get blazed first. Hold on. I want to watch them. I'm not even watching Jeb. My attention is directed at the two stoners.
Peaceful world. Please clap.
It looks like he's saying, oh shit, did you hear that, bro?
Clap.
The music. Maybe they start hearing the music. Like they're smoking out right before the fucking they head down to the rally, right? And one of them starts hearing the fucking 1915 Calliope music. He's like, "Did you hear that, man?" He's like, "Hear what, bro? I didn't hear anything." And then the other one hears it on the way. You know, he's like, "Wait, I do hear it. That music? Yeah, bro.
Where's it coming from?
That's like a canopy or something, bro. You hear that?
Yeah, it's one of those canopies that the monkeys dance to." You know what I mean? Yeah, bro, I heard it. What is that?
No, dude. Look at how I mean, just they're stoned. It's just proven because it was proven when I watched it in slow motion. Because everyone else starts. Look how much after everyone else starts clapping.
It's such a delayed reaction.
Yeah. So he says, "Please clap." Most people are like, "Oh, we're supposed to clap now."
Right, because they're actually engaged. It takes
Like,
them like 5 or 6 full hand claps to like come out of their fucking stupor and go like.
Dude, my favorite thing about this is how like he looks at the camera and it's like nailed it. He's like no, go ahead and look a little bit.
It's the fucking ta-da!
Please clap.
Dude, he should do like a fucking.
Look at him.
He looks at it.
Look at him. They're fucking so high. Oh shit, dude! I'm gonna blaze one for those kids right now.
Dude, Jeb is high too.
Oh, look at him.
Well,
He's smiling
I don't
too.
think Jeb is high. I think if Jeb was high, he would have known this was a bad idea to say.
Oh, maybe he conceals it well.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
You guys.
I don't think so though.
Did I wish?
Did
I wish there's a fucking thing where these three are smoking a fucking giant fucking blunt out of the rally?
Dude, I bet that's those dudes' sisters sitting behind them. I bet they were like, "Dude, I forgot. I told my mom I would take Sadie and Trixie to the Biden rally for social studies extra credit." but we're already off the goop, dude. What do we do? Sorry, I accidentally said Biden. I accidentally used somebody more interesting's name than Jeb. Sorry, I'm sure that's never happened.
No. Oh, I never thought someone would say that. I'm sorry.
But it's true, isn't it? Unless you look at him through my empathetic lens.
Dude,
fucking Disney.
You already got the marketing campaign. Paul, you remember the most interesting man in the world? We have the least interesting man in the world.
Yes.
It is Jeb Bush. Please clap.
Poor Sadie and Stacy.
Yeah, dude. Sadie and Stacy have to get extra credit. They'll fail social studies, bro.
Only way they can bring their GPA up is to go to a Jeb Bush rally.
How the fuck do they end up in the background though? Like, oh yeah, we'll take those two stoners.
You know why they're because it's like they're young, so it's like,
right.
Ooh, maybe I'm gonna get some.
Look who's in the foreground, Scotty. There's a lot of blue hairs out there. You know what I mean? They found it. They probably got by because the Jeb Bush campaign was absolutely inept. You remember the fucking slogan for this campaign was Jeb.
Jeb! I love how they put that. They tried to put an exclamation. Dude, I think that's 90%. It's almost like, like you have like a show, big fucking flashy, yeah. And then the fucking curtain opens and it's just the frog, and he's like, ribbit,
I want this arc.
Jeb, the punctuation mark. Boom. Now he's exciting.
Dude, I want this arc.
Okay. Arc.
So 2016, he's running for president, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we cut to like an argument in mid-argument, right? Between Jeb and old man George H.W., right? And he's like, all I'm saying is you stepped up to the plate for George Jr., but now that my candidacy is in the weeds, Dad, where's the support? Where's the love? And George is sitting there, and at this point, he's probably got a little bit of the fucking shakes and stuff, you know what I mean? From the old man liver spot shakes,
Mm-hmm.
And he pulls his glasses off and he says, Jeb, I want you to listen to me closely. The most exciting and remarkable thing about your candidacy is the exclamation point at the end of your name in your materials. You will never be the president of the United States, no matter how hard I try to make you. And I won't sacrifice myself or the honor of this long-standing political family on the altar of Jeb Bush, the tennis-playing, Spanish-teaching, tap-dancing moron that I never should have allowed to be born.
Jesus.
Wow.
Brutal, dude.
That's hardcore, Paul.
Well, this is at the end.
You took that all the way out of the subtext and just put that right on the forefront.
Well, because think about it. The whole movie is going to be Jeb doing things and going to his dad and basically saying either outright or in implication, please clap, Dad. Please give me recognition, Dad. Am I as good as George yet, Dad? Hey, Dad, I'm the governor.
Dude, Barbara's gonna nag him. Why can't you be more like George?
I had this.
He was president. He was president, Jeb.
I had this fucking scene that I just remembered that I had kind of worked out on a ideology one time, where like he wins the Florida elections and everybody, right? He wins the governorship and everybody in his camp is like, Jeb, yeah, Jeb, we did it, you know. But he looks like fucking like pale, not happy, right? And he's like, I've got to go do something, y'all. You have a good time. Pop the champagne and you know. I'm gonna head on into the bathroom real quick. And he goes into the bathroom, you know, locks the door behind him and splashes some cold water on his face. He's just got beads of sweat. And he looks into the mirror and we get this mirror back and forth shot of him, right? And he's like, hey, Dad, it's me, Jeb. I'm the governor of Florida. No, fuck that. No. Hey, Dad, it's me, Jeb. I'm the governor of Florida. No, it's fucking ridiculous. Stupid fuck. Hey, Dad. It's me, Jeb, governor of Florida. Please clap. Please clap. And he just like gets lost in that like way of the future.
Way of the future shit. Yeah.
Please clap. Please clap. As the tears like well up in his eyes.
Please clap. Dude, that should be the end of the movie. Is just like maybe there's like a mirror behind him too, so you can get that like infinity shot of his like crying eyes and just like a million Jeb faces into infinity, just like please clap.
And at some point maybe you start hearing their voices layered in as you get further back.
Please clap. Yeah, you start hearing like the little kid version, like maybe they like just start changing to like younger versions.
Yeah,
and
the
shit.
music comes up.
Comes up real slow and spooky.
Please clap, Mama.
Eyes welled with tears.
One thing have you guys seen the movie Rocket Man, dude? We need to make like a surreal biopic with this crazy shit that makes no sense. Like we need some dream sequences and shit thrown in here, where Jeb is imagining the please clap thing. Like he's reliving all of his worst moments.
I thought about. Sorry, I'm a stoner fuck. I thought about a fucking like a dream sequence moment. Like I want maybe multiples where even in his dreams he can't win. Like I want him to have dreams where it's like Stacy's like, "Sure, Jeb, I'll go to the prom with you," and then like he's in the back seat and like she's got her legs spread and he's like, "Are you sure you want to go all the way, Stacy?" And she looks at him and she goes, "No," you know, and she speaks in his mother's voice. "No, Jeb, no, you can't have anything because you didn't earn it. This," and she'll like slap her pussy, "belongs to your brother George." And he's like,
"Oh, then George is
wakes
there.
up in a sweat, you know. Yeah, we get a look at his face and then it goes back and it's actually Barbara laying there, you know what I mean? And he's like, "Oh," wakes up with sweat all over his face.
Dude, I love it.
What's the age difference between Jeb and George?
I think it's like something like 8 years or some shit.
So Jeb is 68, GW 74.
Yeah, so they got some time between them.
So it's like
George
8 years.
age.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah,
so that's what I'm thinking.
So they wouldn't be
perfect.
It'd be so much better if they were closer in age, because then they could really fucking rag on each other more.
It doesn't matter.
No, dude,
Whatever.
think about
in the script, they're close enough.
Dude, think about being like a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old or a 7-year-old that has like a 19-year-old brother that you'll never be able to live up to, that hates you. He's always like, get out of the way, nerd. Anyway, Dad, football scholarship looks like a go thanks to that call you put in. Of course it does, Georgie. Of course it does. You've got a real talent, always have since you were a little boy. Not like that tap dancing queer Jeb. Jeb can overhear it. He's like,
man,
Jeb, go back to your lessons, your dancing lessons,
and
Jeb.
there's never you should never show clapping in the movie either. Like, even in this scene, like, it should like cut before they clap, or like cut to him and there's no sound or something.
I just imagine him bringing home like an A, and it's like you show them, like, you have a scene before where it's like George fucking little Georgie brings home a C, and it's like, a C, that's a good job, Georgie. You're doing so good. We're so proud of you. Jeb's like, oh my God, nay. That's nice, George. That's nice, Jeb. Go on. Mommy's busy. But Dad, I got an A. Your dad is very important, man. Jeb, he can't be dropping everything every 5 minutes to talk to you. He's a busy and important man.
Yep.
Little Georgie stubs his toe. Oh, Georgie boy, how you doing, son?
I feel like it should almost just be like empty. It should be like they go along with it, but only like very perfunctory. Like, oh, that's
wonderful.
That's wonderful, Jeb. Very good. You know, and George just gets fawned over for like, oh, a C. I mean, well, don't worry, son. You know, you'll bring the grade up.
They won't even mention it.
Doesn't really matter anyway. You know,
They won't even mention
I wouldn't worry about it.
Like Jeb will bring home all A's and 1 B. I love this scene, so I'll just write it right now on the fly. Jeb gets all A's and 1 B, and he looks at George's report card, and he's like, he sees like all C's and a D, right? And he's like, oh. So he wants to be the first one to talk to his dad. He's like, Daddy. Yes, Jeb, what is it? I got all A's and 1 B. And he's like, a B?
Might want to be bringing those grades up, Jeb.
Yeah, what's that about? Well, it's in math, Dad, and I really struggle with math. Your grandfather, Ebenezer Bush the First, that came over on the Mayflower, didn't struggle with math. In fact, he was the first banker in town. The Bushes don't struggle with math, Jebby. Get out of here and bring that math grade up. Oh. he goes outside the office, right? And he sees fucking Big Brother George Jr. walk in with his college grades, right? And he decides to like stay and listen at the crack. And he's like, Georgie, come on in. How's things going?
Oh, not so good, Dad.
Why not, Georgie? What's troubling you?
Oh, I got all C's and like a couple of D's.
George, let me tell you a secret. For people in our position, grades are meaningless. Jeb is like,
Jeb fucking waiting at the door. Crack a light fucking frame in his face.
yeah,
just
like his eye gets wider when he hears that. It's like,
I fucking love it, dude. I fucking love it.
Poor Jeb, dude. Oh, man. Dude, we need a little Jeb plush. You just like, oh, it's okay, Jeb. I'll clap for you, little buddy.
Instead of the please clap, the please give me a hug. Jeb Bush doll available now in the stores. And available, and let's see, Sharper Image. Dude, let's go to Sharper Image and pitch him on it. They still exist, right?
I think so.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I have no fucking idea.
If not, we'll go to Amazon. We'll sell the Jeb, please hug me doll. Whenever you feel down or sad about yourself, know that there's someone named Jeb Bush.
What the fuck is Jeb even doing nowadays?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Jeb is like someone from an ultra elite family, but you don't even envy him. You don't even like. I wouldn't want to be Jeb. You just don't want to. Yeah. I'm saying, like, you don't, and that's such a rare thing to say about someone in his position. You'd be like, most people are like, oh yeah, I'd love to be that.
Dude, you remember he was passing out turtles to kids at his camp? Okay, so this is great.
What?
not real turtles. He had these little ceramic throwaway turtles that we keep in his pocket. Because he was lagging behind so many of the other candidates at his rallies, afterwards he would go around to each kid and he would pull them aside and say, "Hey, I got a little something for you." And he'd put the turtle in their hand and he would say, "Slow and steady wins the race." That's in the movie. You can hear a kid talk about it, and then the news team goes and asks him about it. Like he's still there after the campaign event, and they're talking to a little kid, and he's like, "Where did you get that from, Jeb?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, he walked up to me and gave it to me, and he put it on the table in front of me, and he said, 'Slow and steady wins the race.'" And then they go to Jeb, and they're like, "What's with the turtles?" And he's like, "Oh, well, I get them from a guy back in Kennebunkport that makes them. It's a very, I like them a lot, and I really like turtles, and you know what I mean." It was just like the weirdest shit, most awkward little boy dressed in 1915 schoolboy outfit, tap dancing awkward.
Check this shit out. So I'm on Jeb Bush's Twitter, right? He's got 1.3 million followers.
All right,
he
well,
does.
that's something.
Dude, check this out. So here's 4 hours ago. He's got 29 likes, 9 retweets, 5 responses, one of which is him.
Right.
By the way.
Of course.
There's like no engagement on his Twitter.
Right.
Like he'll retweet shit with engagement, but like his actual tweets get nothing.
Right, well, like not 1.3 million followers level. Like, look at him. Like, dude, if I make it, I'll be honest with you. There's a Jeb Bush tweet right there. "Steve is so right. We need a bias towards action. Open." Right? If I made a tweet that only got that much engagement, I'd be like, "Well, that one flopped," and I only have I have 20,000 followers.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Wait, what's
this? This is perfect.
That's not even him.
See, this is why this narrative is stuck in my head for this long. The please clap. Like, I'm just bad at script writing. I need somebody to sit down and listen to me and write the script. That's all I need.
You're saying a ghostwriter, dude.
Well, no, that's what I mean. I need somebody that knows how to write a fucking movie script to sit there and listen to me walk them through this, frame by frame. And I need and then I can do this.
Why does no one give a fuck about Jeb, dude? What is it about Jeb?
It's a dynamic world. Our education to workforce pathways
Jeb.
must reflect this so we can help Americans learn. Like, this is, who cares? I mean, oh my God, it's like boring. I've never been so quickly bored by a fucking tweet.
It's a dynamic world. Our
education to workforce pathways must reflect that so we can help Americans learn the skills to earn a living and make their way in the world independently and free from debt.
Dude, we could even bring it into the current universe, and George could start ragging on him after George Sr. dies. You know what I mean? Now that George Jr. is the patriarch of the Bushes, after George and Barbara die, like, the only person that Jeb can turn to now is his brother. But his brother's all about being cool and accepted now and shit, like the media darling that he is right now.
Yeah.
And
dude,
so
he goes over his house,
he wants
like,
to have nothing to do with Jeb,
Dude, Jeb is literally so boring that even though I like the idea for the script, I'm more interested in the fact that there's no astronaut ice cream on the space station. That was more troubling to me than what Jeb was talking about. It's like, you literally read that to me. I forgot what you said because I didn't care. And it was like, why don't they have ice cream on the space station? Dude, what the fuck is wrong with Jeb? Why is Jeb such a boring person? He's literally the personification of fucking boring. I don't know what he's done. I don't know how he's done it.
I think if somebody actually gave me a little bit of a budget and let me cast it right and help me write this fucking script, that it would be a great
your movie version could be fucking funny as fuck.
I love it. I love the scene.
But the actual Jeb Bush, I mean, like, the thing is, it has to show all this behind the scenes shit where he's just desperately seeking approval, and he's like, I don't know, who would you cast as fucking Jeb in this movie?
Well, you would need several actors actually to portray Jeb.
Sure, but I mean, like, you're gonna have one that you're gonna lean on more heavily. Than,
like who's gonna be the main Jeb?
Yeah, the main Jeb, the Jeb for like most of the adult life, because it'd be awkward to like change adult actors.
Man, I don't know. I honestly think that he doesn't have to look as much like Jeb as people think that he needs to.
I would definitely put capturing the spirit of Jeb over the fucking like appearance.
Right.
Yeah.
Who can carry the performance actor wise, like known quantity actor wise? I really honestly like, do you have any ideas? I don't know. I would say like P.S. Hoffman for sure if he wasn't dead. He's definitely got the energy.
He'd be a great choice if he was not dead. Dude.
Yeah, of course.
But he's fucked. He's
worm
Jeb
a little fatter too.
Yep. But
this is the worst Twitter. This dude sucks at Twitter.
Zach Galifianakis, yeah, maybe. Like if he actually was able to take it seriously and not just be his Galifianakis character, you know what I mean?
I mean, he'd have to tone his Galifianakis-ness down.
But if you understand it's a serious fucking thing. Russell Crowe could maybe I don't know. Who would you do as George W., the older brother? The real George.
God, I wish there's a guy that I think would do it pretty well, but he's too old.
Who?
I mean, he could play the older one. No, but he couldn't play him younger.
Whatever. Someone
Who,
like Jared
though?
Leto. Oh,
what's that fucking one guy?
Dude, you have to watch you have to watch The Irishman. Old doesn't matter anymore. They made Pacino functionally look young in that movie. Yeah, you could kind of tell, but it didn't do anything to the movie, and eventually you forgot it was there.
Yeah.
So who are you talking about? Who would do a good George?
I was thinking about Alan Alda, actually.
Alan Alda? Oh my God, how old is Alan Alda though? Well,
he's
yeah, but there's
old.
so
That's the
much
problem.
fucking
He's 85.
There's so much video to pull deepfake from him that you could
that is
just
true. You could
replace.
But I mean, I don't know. But do you
deepfake him?
I think he has like he doesn't really look like George W. Bush, or even I don't sound like him. But I don't know. He has like an authoritativeness, but still has that sort of like build. Like I think
Dude, a bunch of people in the chat earlier were saying they wanted Daniel Day-Lewis to fucking.
Daniel Day-Lewis is done acting. He won't act.
They want him to play his dad.
Oh,
gotcha.
Patriarch Bush. Yeah, he would be good at it.
Yeah.
What? Oh, fuck.
That's who I was talking about. That's what I was talking about for. I was talking about Bush Senior when I was saying Alda. I wasn't saying that for W.
Oh, okay. I think
I was saying that. I was saying for HW.
Easier for that. What about George W.?
I mean, honestly, I don't think Josh Brolin did a bad job. I might just fucking say put him back in there, but give him something better to do.
Nah.
But then again, for the younger scenes,
I don't want people to look at this movie and think it's a spinoff of W.
Like connected to that one.
Yeah.
That's true.
So Josh Brolin's
do a
off
good
the
job
table.
on that.
You know what? Someone said this, and it's so crazy it might just work. Nicolas Cage, dude.
Yeah.
Nicolas fucking Cage.
You're right.
You could age him down.
I think, dude, I know Nicolas Cage has the performance in him, and like I think he would be such a good douchebag in that role. I think it'd be perfect.
Yeah, dude. Okay, I'm down with Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage,
de-age through CG, playing
Thanks,
George
Dad. Don't worry, Georgie. Grades mean nothing to people in our position. George, get away from that. Jeb, get away from that door. Go study and get that B to an A.
You know how Danny DeVito as everyone. If I was gonna do Danny DeVito, I would cast Danny DeVito as Dick Cheney and just make him look like just put him back in the penguin makeup, but just slap some Dick Cheney shit on him.
Give him a huge bulging cock in every shot too.
Yeah, everywhere he goes, his cock is just dragging behind him. You know,
dude. Maximum cod piece for him. He just brings back that Renaissance shit.
I don't even know if you wouldn't really need Dick Cheney in it too much, but like maybe
he could have a cameo. He could have a cameo.
His brothers,
like George could go visit. Jeb could go visit George in the White House after he wins the governorship. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And go in and meet with him. And be like, George, I'd like to talk to you about some Florida initiatives and stuff and blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as he starts to get going, Cheney bursts in and goes, God fucking damn it, George. We've got to fucking do something about this shit, right? And then he looks at Jeb and he's like, will you get the fuck out of here, Jeb? And Jeb's like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, go be sorry outside. George just lets him do it.
Yeah, he looks to his brother like, are you going to let him do this? I mean, George's like, you better go, Jeb.
And then before he leaves, like Jeb has this moment in his head where you can tell he's like thinking about standing up for himself, and then he looks down and he sees the big demon sausage in Cheney's pants. And dude, he has a flashback right there of walking in and seeing his dad's giant wang as a kid, and then looking down and seeing his own and going like, no, you know what I mean? Binding of Isaac style. Oh my God, dude.
But I want to see him get into the White House too. It's like, yeah, Jeb Bush, and they're like, wait, sir. I want the whole thing. Like they drag him out through every security thing. He finally gets to the White House. Before that scene, he's in there waiting for like an hour. Like, my brother's the president in there.
People keep going in. Eventually, Jeb asks one of them, like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "I'm the mayor of Waxahachie, Wisconsin." Oh, do you have an appointment? Nah, just walking in to say hello.
Is it my turn? I'm the president's brother.
Please,
sir, you're gonna have to wait.
Hey, you know what's the best?
Wait, sir.
You know what's the best thing about this movie?
Huh?
Is if you made it, and Jeb would be like asked about it, and he would have to like come up with something he has to say about the fucking movie.
Humorous.
You know, he's got to like decide what his like general like. I don't want to talk about this, but I have to say something.
Dude, you know what it would be though?
Statement would be.
You know what it would be? He would try to play it cool, but in the process, shoot himself in the foot. He'd be like, on the subject of the movie, I thought it was pretty funny, but I think it's very silly to apply a fantasy and obvious movie to reality. My life was nothing like what was portrayed in the and you'll see it in his eyes that it was. You know what I mean? Like that's the classic Jeb, dude. Maybe we'll even preempt him doing that by having like a post-credit scene where Jeb's like, in regards to the film, you know what I mean? I just want to let everybody know that it doesn't bother me at all. I thought it was pretty funny, and just have like the tears welling up and the music rising behind him again. Oh, dude, yeah.
What was that? What was that shit where like Barbara Bush was like asked if like Jeb was her favorite son or some shit?
And she was like, no.
Come
she just
now.
literally like straight out says, no.
I mean, one son was president, the other sons I don't really remember.
Him. He asks her. He says, "Mom always did say that I was her favorite," and then she goes. She looks at him and she says, "You? No."
You?
And he's like, "Yes, you did, Mom. You told you."
But
tries to hug her.
That one time.
You have to find it, dude.
I'm looking for it.
Let me see if I can find it. I'll find it for you, dude.
Yeah, if you could find it, that's good. Because that just cements that this is all true to me. I'm finding videos of them campaigning together. I'm not finding the video where she's just like, fuck you, Jeb.
What? His mom, maybe it's
Nation remembers Barbara Bush. It's really weird. It used to be super easy to find because I've definitely looked for it in the past and found it.
Yeah,
dude, maybe he's paid to have it scrubbed.
Yeah.
I mean, there are like, people that do that, and it isn't like
Jeb might have just been like
searching for it.
Man, I don't like this fucking shit. Get this out of here.
He's that butthurt about it. He's like, no one can know my mom ever said that, especially now she's gone.
So,
do you guys remember that fucking one? I found one that we forgotten about. You remember the they're kicking me out the door. They're kicking me out the door here.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I found it for you, TJ, if you want me to send it to you.
Yeah, the Rotary Club, they said the luncheon has to happen.
Send it over. Send it on Twitter.
Yeah,
I'll send it to
they
you
literally
right
have
now.
they have like a luncheon or some shit they want to get to. They're like, all right, we heard your shit.
I
don't think it'd be there.
What?
Fitzsimmons.
I'm just waiting for Paul to send it.
There you go.
All right.
You got a link.
They're kicking me out the door. They're kicking me out the door here.
All right, so this is
clip here. People are hungry. I'm sorry. I've got to go.
They're kicking me out the door.
So here we go.
Chicken salad is getting too hot.
Check this.
The best way to show respect outside of rebuilding our military to men and women in uniform is to fix that mess as fast as I can.
Yeah.
That's it?
That's the only time he gets the applause, dude.
You're kicking me out the door.
All right, good job.
You're kicking me out the door.
Good job. God, we're starving.
Thank you very much for joining us today.
Boom. It's all true.
Come on, I'm fucking starving, buddy. I ain't gonna hear your fucking bullshit.
Dude, he's saying it like he really wants the crowd to be like, no, let Jeb talk, you know, but like,
Dude, it's in here.
Jeb, like he's expecting that shit.
Stop hitting.
I can almost guarantee
he's expecting that.
Here's a Jeb Bush fails compilation. I think it's good enough to play here. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's in here.
On over.
Boom.
Dude, this fucking. I want to see that again. Hold on.
Rebuilding our military. Two men and women in uniform.
They're kicking me out the door.
I gotta go.
And then look at the dejection when he walks away. Slow it down. I want to see the dejection when he shakes hands.
I mean, this.
I don't know.
Here's your movie poster right here, almost like, you know.
Oh, the dude's having. It's like, all right, come on, man. All right. How you doing? Come on. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Come on. Look, sir. People are hungry. People are starving.
Come on. You gotta go. You gotta go. You talked enough. No one cares. Get out of here, Jeb.
Them chicken wings is getting cold, sir.
Speed. Half speed.
Are you kicking me out the door?
And this guy just like deftly goes behind him to the podium. While he thinks about trying to walk up and say goodbye.
Governor, thank you very much for joining us today.
Dude.
Stage, dude. That is the most pathetic shit I've ever seen.
I told you.
And he let the dude take it. Okay, dude. Imagine this was like Ronald Reagan or some dude tries to come up on there. He's gonna be like, he's gonna have some remark and be like, I'm gonna hold on to this mic and I'm gonna hold on. It's like there's no fucking way. It's not gonna happen. Fucking Jeb. All right, sir. Well, I'll see you.
I guess I gotta go, everybody.
Let's
see what else you do.
Your schedule has a hard stop.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, he's like, I control my schedule. I'm being kicked out the door here. And look, he can't find the exit. He has to cross back again.
He's like ducking. All
Look
right,
at the buffalo.
This way.
The buffalo's ready to charge on this one, dude. Look at him. That's the one good thing that AIU delivered to the world was calling Cenk Uygur the fat brown buffalo, because I can't think of another nickname for him. And whenever I see Cenk, I just think buffalo. Oh boy.
Here you go. This is a composition. This is a clip show.
So like a compilation of Jeb's worst fails, right? I think this starts with it. Maybe we'll see.
Of the day was my mom finally told me that I was her favorite.
This is it.
It's right here. Rewind it.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Can you guys mute yourselves? I'll turn you up like I did the last time. Okay.
The best news of the day was my mom finally told me that I was her favorite.
Oh, no, I didn't. You mean of all the children?
Yeah.
No.
Boom.
Dude, what else do you need to say? Your own mom, like, I'm the favorite. No.
You mean
The
all
best
the
thing
children?
that happened today out of all this politicking and stuff is that Mom finally told me that I'm her favorite. You? No. Out of all the children? No.
No. Of the people in this room? No.
Turn this into a limousine parking lot for his casinos is not a public use. And in Florida, based on what we did, we made that impossible. It is part of our Constitution. That's the better approach. That is the conservative approach.
Mr. Trump, take 30 seconds. Let me just, he wants to be a tough guy. A lot of times, you'll have, and it doesn't work very well with
How tough is it to take property from an elderly woman?
Let me talk. Quiet.
How tough is it?
Cucked.
Yeah, one of the first times I did that to you, that's where I got it from. I was like, oh.
Quiet.
Because it actually worked. It worked on you and it worked on Jeb. Quiet. all right, I'll be quiet.
Jesus. He did the quiet here.
You can't just tell Congress you're fired and go to commercial break.
Look, Jeb is a nice guy. He's a stiff, okay? He's a nice guy. He doesn't have a chance, all right? He ought to do what Walker did. Walker saw... he should drop out? Oh, absolutely. He has no chance.
This is a...
Absolutely.
Absolutely, he's done.
Made all the more like fucking stinging and poignant by the fact that he was just dead ass right.
I know.
Yes.
A tough business to run for
I know
president.
you're a tough guy, Jeb.
And we need to have a leader.
Oh my God! Listen to the audience.
You're never going to be president of the United States by insulting your way to the
let's
presidency.
see. I'm at 42 and you're at 3, so
Doesn't
so
matter.
far I'm doing better.
Doesn't matter.
Oh no! You know, you started off over here, Jeb. You're moving over further and further. Pretty soon you're going to be off the end.
No! Oh no!
Diss track.
He just destroyed him.
The ultimate diss track was just dropped.
42. You're at 3. You're moving away from the center of the stage, and I'm right in the center, baby. How you doing, Jeb? How you doing?
This is a real story here in New
Here
Hampshire.
it is again.
I can promise you the best way to show
Yeah,
respect
watch it again. Fuck it.
outside of
All right.
rebuilding our
Why
military,
not?
two men and women uniform, is to fix that mess as fast as I can.
It's actually different. Kind of different.
That's it?
Yep.
Oh, this is the kick out one.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. It's nice. Yep.
You're kicking me out the door.
Yep. Oh, it's wonderful.
Oh no! Oh,
You're kicking me out the door.
All right. Got the mic. Got the mic. Get
Look
back away from him.
The rising voice of protest. No! Let Jeb speak. Let Jeb speak.
Dude, you know what? Oh, dude, you know I see this scene. Like, there's a scene where it's like no, and everyone in the crowd like rises up. It's like just like this great moment, and then you realize it's just like a fucking. It's just all in his brain, and like everyone's like, all right, that's great.
No, he's thinking about it as he's walking away, waving and stuff. He's just like, Jeb. And he makes this barn burner speech, and the crowd's just like, yes! You know,
Yeah.
it's all in his head as he's driving away, looking
Jeb seeing the
sadly
White
at
House,
the
and
venue.
yeah, he's seeing visions of the White House and shit.
Dude, there should be like little fantasy vignettes where Jeb is like in the Oval Office, you know, like he's a big shot, telling people what to do.
Yeah, he's got his feet up on the Oval Office desk and his tie
There's, like,
undone.
The resolute desk. He's got his fucking boots up on it.
Big
and
ass
shit.
cigar in his mouth.
Yeah. Now Jeb's the big shot, baby. You know?
Oh my God.
His brother calls. He's like, man, Jeb, you so cool.
Jeb, can we hang out later?
And then his dad,
Georgie, I'm a little busy tonight.
his dad fucking, Jeb, come here.
Jeb, you were always my favorite. You reminded me of myself. And that's why I was so hard on you all those years.
But then it's all a
Jeb,
fantasy.
Yeah.
I love you.
It's all pulled away.
I love you so much.
Yeah, it's all pulled away, and then we get the real flashback where he's like George Senior's on his deathbed, and he walks in and he goes, "Dad, stay strong." And
The
George
nurse is
goes,
like, this is for family only, sir.
Yeah, no, I want him to get in because clearly they're gonna let him in.
Yeah, I mean, you can still, you know, they're just like, no, he's our son
maybe
too.
he's hassled by security. Family only.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm Jeb Bush.
And then someone's like, oh, like George's like, he's technically my brother. Let him on in.
Yeah.
You know, or something.
George is like, he's with me. Come on in, little bro. Go see your pops. It's not looking good. He's like, oh, well. He walks in there and like, he's like, Dad, it's me. You're going to pull through this, Dad. And George looks at him and he's like, who the fuck are you? And then flatlines.
Beautiful.
Who the hell is that?
Oh no, dude! Do it like what you did with Stevie when you were drunk. He just looks at him and looks at George. I love you, son. Looks at him. I fucking hate you.
Maybe you could say a little more. Maybe you could be like,
Who the fuck are you? Get me George in here.
Jeb's just like, and then George runs in and he's like, what the hell did you do to him, Jeb? He was doing better today. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get the doctor. Jeb's just kicked out of the room. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh my God. Anyway, we could dunk on Jeb all night, but that, you know, we've been going. This has been a fucking fertile, healthy Bantersode.
Yeah,
yes,
right
I know
on
This
that.
Bantersode has big mommy milkers and a big fat Kardashian ass. Oh boy.
Did you guys, I don't know if that was you like signaling to wrap it up.
No, I
But,
mean, we can move on if you want, but I mean, we've been going for a hot fucking minute.
I'll just leave people with this one last thing to fucking.
Oh shit! Yeah.
To go out on.
This might be a distracting way to play the game.
I want to show you this guy. I want to fucking help spread awareness of fucking Zeotis7, dude. This is an organic, unpaid for shout out to the great Zeotis7,
or the thick
best YouTuber ever, who is doing a fucking Fallout 4 playthrough, thick edition, on his fucking channel. No commentary or stupid bullshit. Just him playing thick Fallout, and that's what's going on.
Oh my God. Great googly fucking
The
moogly.
wasteland never looks so good.
I have seen the valley and the mountains that lie on either side.
I want to see some fucking people subscribing to fucking goddamn Zeotis7 right here. Zeotis motherfucking 7. I'm gonna fucking subscribe the Deep Fat Fried channel. I don't care what anyone says. We alert every time. Every time.
I gotta watch this shit.
I've been watching it.
I've
been watching it. I've watched most of this playthrough already.
All right, what's the character's name?
Who cares?
Oh,
doesn't.
You don't even care.
I don't give a shit about that.
You haven't watched shit, dude.
I mean, I watched through. I fucking scanned through.
You're a liar.
I scanned through and I watched different.
All right, go to the first one
because they change little outfits.
Dude, those can I get another look at those booty jiggle physics, please?
Well, hold up. There's other fucking thick editions on here too. There's Skyrim thick.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the Sky. I mean, we can look at that though for sure if you
thick
want.
Skyrim shit. Here's the fucking the vault suit. You know?
Oh,
the dog's trying to get up in there.
Bouncy it is, dude. The dog bumped it and it fucking started a wave that looked like it should have knocked her over.
Look at it jiggle while she runs.
Oh my good gravy. All that meat and no potatoes.
You know what I'm
Lord
saying?
have mercy. Oh, that's a
She's
booty.
not gonna have great stealth. I mean, there's no way those ass cheeks are gonna be flapping when she runs.
Oh my God,
There's
they're gonna
no
be
way.
flapping when she's just sitting there. Oh, geez, Louise, man, I gotta start watching these
Some
plays.
daytime shit. See a little better.
Oh, good God, and nobody's
That
looking
guy should be
either.
like, damn, girl, you thick.
Dude, they need to add to that mod, like that NPCs walk by and say, "Damn!" Like,
I know.
Yeah. Put some new dialogue options in this motherfucker.
because I'm sorry, like.
You're gonna have the head turn too,
Oh.
like, oh, okay, all right, damn.
Yeah. NPCs need to turn their heads more. You need to catch NPCs looking at the tits more.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
That's great.
Jeb caused COVID? I don't think that's true.
What?
All right. So yeah, if that's good for you guys, I guess we could wrap it up there.
I suppose so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks
All right. Well, thank you guys
for
for tuning in. Appreciate y'all watching this shit. Let people know that this shit's funny. Let
Hashtag
people
no
know about our
confidence.
Jeb shit.
Hashtag no confidence.
Hashtag Jeb.
Hashtag Jeb.
Thick Fallout. Hashtag thick.
Hashtag thick Fallout booty.
Yeah.
Bouncing on your face while them big old mommy milkers come popping out of that vault
I didn't
suit.
know they had shit like this in Fallout. Okay, maybe I'll play Fallout 4 again.